promises once he gets into office.
Fox's Brooke Singman reporting. The president-elect also expected to be named Time Magazine's Person of the Year, an honor he also captured in 2016. More than 1,500 firefighters trying to douse the massive wildfire that is destroying everything in its path in Malibu, California. Matt Greenberg lives there. He's helping to put out the flames.
First guest house was on fire. I was trying to help put that out because it's just in little hot spots all over on other friends' property.
He joined Fox and Friends first. So far, over 4,000 acres have been burned. America's listening to Fox News.
What is the Safe Haven Law? In New Mexico, you can bring your infant up to 90 days old to any Safe Haven site without fear of being criminally charged. This includes hospitals, fire stations, and police departments. Monica Kelsey, founder of Safe Haven Baby Boxes, has worked diligently to provide 3 baby box locations for your convenience. Hobbs's Baby Box is at Fire Station 1, 301 East White Street. Carlsbad's Baby Box is at Fire Department Station 1, 401 South Jalagueno Street. Roswell's Baby Box is at their Central Fire Station, 200 South Richardson Avenue. Remember, if you can't make it to one of these Safe Haven Baby Box locations, you can take your infant to any hospital, police department, or fire station. No shame, no blame, and no names. Visit shbb.org for more information.
Ho ho! Today we're talking to Jan from Toyota, all about Toyotathon. So, Jan, got any red Tacomas?
Yeah, we have a great selection of vehicles, including Tacomas.
After my big job, I'm taking the missus down to Florida.
Did you say Florida? Can the elves and I go too?
Dealer inventory may vary. Offers are subject to change throughout Toyotathon, which ends on January 6th. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Visit Permian Toyota in Hobbs today. Toyota, let's go places.
Medications taking away key nutrients from your body? Struggling with weight loss? Pharmacy 575 offers all your prescription needs and more. From their My Daily Medication program with pre-dosed packages to weight loss plan with in-body scanner or their medication and wellness consultations, let Pharmacy 575 help. With walk-in vaccines and local delivery, they do it all. Go see Pharmacy 575 at 305 East Sanger Suite 600 or call 575-263-2908. Find them on Facebook, Instagram, and X. Pharmacy 575. Your health, their priority.
Attention business owners, grow your revenue and increase your profits. The Small Business Development Center will show you how. Attend this free seminar on Wednesday, December 18th. Learn marketing, management, business plan development, tax planning, and more. Even if you're thinking about starting a business, you need to register now at 624-7131 or online at nmsbdc.org. Wednesday, December 18th, 8 a.m. at ENMUR's ITC building. Presented by the Roswell Hispano Chamber and paid for in part by the City of Roswell Lodgers Tax.
Huge fall savings on Can-Am, happening now at Garner's Motorsports in Hobbs. The 2023 models need to move, so select models have up to $3,000 in rebates or special financing with approved credit available. They also have great deals on 2024 Can-Am models. No matter what Can-Am you're looking for, Garner's Motorsports can get you set up with delivery at a better cost than big city competitors. Get your Can-Am today at Garner's Motorsports, 320 North Del Paso in Hobbs.
Eat, shop, stay, and play in Hobbs during the 65th Annual Hobbs Holiday Basketball Tournament. Thursday, December 26th through Saturday, the 28th. Help welcome teams from all over New Mexico and Texas to the Ralph Tasker Arena at Hobbs High. Purchase advance tickets online at hobbsschools.net/athletics/tickets. The Hobbs Holiday Tournament is sponsored by the Hobbs Chamber of Commerce and Hobbs Municipal Schools and paid for by Hobbs Lodgers Tax.
For a working man, protection on the job is always first priority. But when it comes to clothes, safety shouldn't compromise style and comfort. And thanks to Wrangler flame-resistant apparel, it doesn't have to. Now the same Wrangler style and comfort you love comes with the protection you need. And with a product guarantee for the life of the garment, they'll take the heat off of any job you take on. Stop by Benny's Western Store in Artesia or Carlsbad to try on some Wrangler flame-resistant apparel today. For the right work clothes, think inside the closet.
It's time again for your holiday designated driver service, Tipsy Taxi. Tipsy Taxi is provided and operated by your Lee County government. It's their gift to you. And it runs 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. every Friday and Saturday night through New Year's Eve. They can pick you up at home and take you to your holiday celebration or any public establishment. Let Tipsy Taxi do the driving for you for free. No matter where you live in Lee County, they'll provide a free and safe ride home. For more information or a ride, call Tipsy Taxi 391-2982. That's 391-2982.
Southeast New Mexico weather.
Forecast for southeast New Mexico is temperatures today on this Thursday reaching about 54 degrees in Roswell. And by tomorrow, Roswell, by the way, temperatures are going to jump 10 degrees to 64 degrees. Carlsbad, Artesia at 58 degrees this afternoon to 68 degrees on Friday and 56 degrees at our studios in Lovington. For W105 FM, I'm meteorologist Ron Herberts.
Your country plays on W105.
About time. It is about time. Yeah.
You ready to rock? Be in the Breakfast Club, broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain Gods studio. Text line at 877-396-W105. Powered by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer.
Hi, I'm Alexa. This is my favorite morning show. But these guys talk funny.
The new and improved Be in the Breakfast Club. Now including Monica and Blake.
It's like I've got the winning ticket in my pocket.
Listening to anything else is like kissing your sister. Ew.
You sick bastard! Look at this! This is a wake-up call, all right? Fine, I got it. Done.
It's December 12th, National Ding-a-Ling Day.
National Ding-a-Ling Day.
It's National Ding-a-ling Day.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling.
A ding-a-ling.
Oh, you're some kind of a ding-a-ling?
Ding-a-ling.
Sorry about the ding-a-ling thing.
What a couple of ding-a-lings they are.
You speak when you're spoken to, ding-a-ling. One ding-a-ling.
Does that ring a bell, ding-a-ling?
Ding-a-ling-ling. Happy National Ding-a-ling Day.
It's showtime.
And good morning to you. I remember when the song came out, everybody thought it was crazy that they did the Ding-a-ling song. Yeah, Monica, you're probably way too young to remember that.
I was going to say, there was a Ding-a-ling song?
Yes, Chuck Berry.
There was a Ding-a-ling song.
Chuck Berry.
And yeah, it kind of took everything by storm, and it was called My Ding-a-ling.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh,
it was his first big hit, actually. It was Chuck Berry's first hit.
Yeah, it was. And kind of... everybody wanted to hear about his ding-a-ling, and it was a national ding-a-ling day.
Wow.
Crazy.
Just when you thought you knew or had heard everything.
Yeah, my ding-a-ling. Yep. And today, the question of the day is, what is your greatest discovery of 2024?
Ooh.
Greatest discovery. Blake, you had any great discoveries in 2024?
Man, I'm gonna really have to think about that one. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I mean, we had some good stuff that happened in 2024. That
Mine would probably be courage. I discovered that I had more courage than what I gave myself credit for.
Yeah.
And it took some courage to do some of the things that I did earlier this year, and so. I discovered that I had more courage than what I thought.
That's pretty.
Yeah, I think we're all stronger than we think we are.
Oh, absolutely.
And we can survive just about anything. Mm-hmm. So I think that's we're just built to be able to overcome. So what was your greatest discovery in 2024? That is the question of the day.
So personal, right? Like, because I was thinking, like, they discovered that elephants kind of have a burial ritual, and they discovered the secret chess pieces in Auschwitz and stuff like that. That's where I was thinking of those kinds of discoveries.
Yeah, no. Like personal discovery, something that you discovered. I'd love to hear from you. 877-396-W105. Text line being brought to you by Amigo Machinery. You're a Kubota dealer. You can find them at amigo-machinery.com. Question of the day being brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply, your Napa dealer. Find them on Avenue D in Lovington, more than just a parts store. And we're broadcasting from the End of the Mountain Gods studio. We appreciate our sponsors. Festival of the Unmentionable Thoughts going on today. I have plenty of those. Sometimes they slip out, but a lot of times I just let them go. Gingerbread House Day going on today. International Sound Check Day. Check 1, check 2, check. National 12-hour Fresh Breath Day going on. Also, my Ding-a-ling Day.
It's just fun to say.
Yeah. National Poinsettia Day happening all day today. And sources saying Donald Trump Jr. and Kimberly Guilfoyle are done. Now, she left her job at Fox to get with Don Jr., and they have split up, but she's going to Greece anyway. She's going to be the ambassador to Greece, so not a big deal. Footage of the bizarre drones in New Jersey. You keeping up with that, Blake?
They are huge. Yeah, they're huge. They're like some are the size of buses. They said, like a car, anywhere from a car to a bus.
Wow.
This is crazy that nobody knows where they came from unless the government is not telling us.
Well, they wouldn't do that, would they?
Shoot one down, and then we know exactly if they're foreign, if they're alien, if we, and they've been cited at more than 12 counties in New Jersey.
Yes.
So if these are UFOs with life form, New Jersey, they would immediately flee Earth if they landed in New Jersey. They were like, get us out of here.
Well, there was some New Jersey politician, and I don't remember who it was.
Cut.
Okay.
I've got the cut from the Pentagon, and the Pentagon is denying that.
Right.
And they instantly came out and said, not true.
And he was like, I have very good sources.
Yeah, they said it's not true. Jim Carrey says he is returning with Sonic 3 because he bought a lot of stuff, and I need a lot of money. But he did say that. I'm saying that.
Funny how that works if you think about it, because one of his big things was, I'm getting out of the movie business.
Yeah.
Because of all the greed and all the whatever.
Yeah, he bought a lot of stuff and he needs a lot of money. So, and by the way, Tom's not here today, so no heavy breathing. You might hear me struggling to breathe this morning. Yeah, I've got sinuses or something started kicking in this afternoon, and not good. Time Magazine named Caitlin Clark the Athlete of the Year and Donald Trump Person of the Year. I was for sure thinking they would not give it to Donald Trump.
I was totally shocked when I saw that.
Is that a kiss-up move?
Yeah, it could be. And Caitlin Clark has gone woke. I'll tell you what she said a little later on in the show. She's going woke. She had to go woke. I mean, she's getting her ass beat in the WNBA.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, like every game. They're
they're just manhandling her. So she had to go woke. As a white female, she did say that she was privileged. I have been privileged my entire life as a white man to have the privilege to get up every day and go to work, to pay for people that probably don't deserve to be taken care of.
Well, and that's one thing I'm tired of, is them saying that you working hard, or anyone working hard and putting forth the effort and getting out there and putting themselves out there and taking a risk, oh, that's just privilege.
Yeah,
well, it's not
idea of privilege, right?
It's not.
Right.
Yeah. Privilege is being born in a great country where you have the opportunity to succeed. I see people from other countries coming to this to America and thriving. I posted this up on Facebook several weeks ago. It was about privilege, and it lists nationalities that come to America and how much money they make. And at the bottom, white-born Americans was like 20th on the list. True story.
Right.
True story. Indians were number one. They were number one as far as the most money they made annually.
Huh.
Indians were number two. Pakistanians were number three. And I don't remember the complete list, but American-born white men were way down on that list.
You know who has privilege? That guy that shot the CEO of United Health.
Oh, my Lord. Yeah, they're trying to make it out to be he couldn't get good medical care. And, yeah, I mean, Elizabeth Warren, stop it. His family could have bought a hospital.
Sure.
Pocahontas.
Unbelievable. All right, let's check the weather this morning. Being brought to you by All American Cleaners. All American Cleaners, family owned and operated. They will love to wash, dry, and fold your clothes. 17 pounds for $16.99. Roswell, Artesia, Carlsbad, Lovington, and in Hobbs. They can wash, dry, and fold your clothes, starch them up, keep you looking good. It's All American Cleaners. Check them out today. 55 for the high. Should be cloudy throughout the day. Overnight low tonight, gradually clearing out. 37 the overnight low. 88, is that right? 66 tomorrow.
Yes.
I was about to say 88.
No.
66 and sunny for tomorrow. And Saturday and Sunday will remain in the 60s. Quick check of the weather being brought to you by Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply, 1105 East 2nd, and Roswell Farm and Ranch Supplies, Western Wear. Perfect gifts for everybody on your list. If you're looking for plumbing supplies, they have a full-service plumbing store. Looking for maybe a water pump and that type of stuff, they got you covered. Gates, cattle guards, they've got everything, and they are your certified Purina dealer. Check them out, 1105 East 2nd in Roswell, online at roswelllivestock.com. Homegrown and proud of it. That number, 575-622-9164. Monica and the text.
Smokey in Arizona is saying, heck yeah, no Tom today will definitely make for a better show. Joining him is the original Tommy hater. Heck yeah, y'all fired the big dummy. We did not. No. And Gary from the Patch said, Tommy discovered that he had hair down there. Junior says, there's also a rap song about the ding-a-ling. And another texter said, I wonder if Kamala was a fan of that ding-a-ling song. The original She could have. The original Monica hater said, I discovered I can survive through anything after hearing Monica's laugh. Well, maybe. And this texter said, I discovered testosterone is for real. Not quite back to age 11 or 12, but getting closer.
You strive for 18.
Sure. Okay. And John from Seminole says,
yeah.
1800?
No. I thought he was meaning age 11 or 12.
Oh, I was about to say, I thought he was saying that he was pushing for 1800, which.
No. No, that would make you.
If you're a young man,
you would be going after everything.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I can't imagine that. With Tom gone today, who are y'all going to belittle or embarrass or cut down? Surely not Monica, says John from Seminole. Maybe each other.
I mean, do you want to be the victim today?
I'll be the victim. Let's see.
No, I'm talking about the texter.
Oh, I was going to say, I can take it. I mean, I'm already getting crap for my laugh.
Do we do anything that's undeserved?
No. Everything that's done is deserved.
Or it comes from a place of love that somebody might not understand that's where it's coming from.
Big John
I think it's comical that Tom is driving to Roswell. It's going to take him 3 hours to get to Roswell, to take a flight to Dallas and then Waco. And then somebody's got to pick him up at the airport.
And that will actually take longer than the trip just driving to Waco would have taken.
Yeah. Well, whatever floats the boat, I guess.
Tom,
what else,
if you're tuning in, you need a text. You said you would tune in.
Don't text while driving. We hit another damn dumpster.
Gary,
or worse.
Or worse. Gary from the Patch said the FAA has mandated in the last year that all drones have to be over a certain size and have to have a transponder that lets them know whose the drone is and other important information about the person that's flying it.
And these have all the lights on them. All the required lights are on these drones. You can watch the video.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Another one says, wow, I can hear y'all today. It doesn't sound like you're outside because of Tom's breathing. And another person, Jason from the Patch, said he discovered his National Day. There you go.
My ding-a-ling.
Well, I'm glad you finally discovered it. So, looks like the House yesterday passed a nearly $1 trillion defense spending bill and adding to the U.S. national debt. Of course, look, our defense is washed out. We have given so much of our munitions and to Ukraine.
Yep.
And we're would you rather us not be prepared for something bad that's going to happen? I wouldn't. So this did pass almost $1 trillion. And look, one of the top things that we spend money on in America is defense.
Yes.
Always has.
Yes.
Always has been, because we will lead through strength. And you can't lead through strength if you do not have proper armaments.
Right.
Correct.
So we need that. New Mexico Education Department submitted their spending plan. So, it's that time of the year where we have a special, not a special session, but a 60-day session coming up. And, every year, the education department is getting more money. And you would think that the numbers will be going up soon when it comes to testing scores. But it hasn't happened yet. And we are actually in the top 26 of states that spend the most money on education per student. So that has already changed. We're not at the bottom of the list, but state agency, the public education department, put in for a $5.5 billion budget request. More than $52 million would go towards literacy programs. Nearly $80 million is stated to improve graduation rates. Why do we have to spend $80 million to improve graduation rates? If we teach in the classroom, wouldn't that improve graduation rates? I'm just asking.
Yes. Yes, it would.
And then early education. Early education is going to get a buttload of money also. And we have been spending, we have increased this budget every year for the past 6 years.
I was going to say, I remember when Biden first took office and him and Kamala talking about they were going to put so much into early education. And it was to introduce all of those transgender programs, all of those things. Right. And the state bought in.
We have put a lot of money. So they're asking for $5.5 billion. That seems like a lot of money for a small state.
Absolutely.
Well, and I'm okay with early child education because studies have proven that if you teach kids early, they learn really well and they can go on. Like if you want to teach multiple languages and those kinds of things.
Yeah.
But that's not why these leftists want early childhood education, as Monica pointed out. It's because they want to start indoctrinating them, not educating them.
Very early. Yep. FBI Director Christopher Wray resigning at the end of his term and making way for Kash Patel. There were thoughts that he was going to resign before the administration ended, but he said, I'll sit this out. And, when Biden's done, I'm done. And then the investigations began, because part of the question is, where is the log for Epstein Island, for Jeffrey Epstein's plane?
Well, we may see that soon. Is that? Hopefully we'll see it soon.
Where's the manifestos from most of these mass shootings that we've had? Where are those? Why weren't those released? Maybe we will see.
Do you want the answer, or do you? I mean, the answer reason.
I know the answer.
Because go ahead.
I know the answer, that they don't believe that Americans can handle the truth. That's part of that. But the other part is they're protecting somebody.
Absolutely. And
that's why.
And they're afraid that the American people will find out that most of these mass shooters have bought into all the transgenderism and all the other stuff and are way far out on the left fringes.
Look at this young kid, the Mangione kid. My God, I think he went to college and got woke.
That's exactly what happened.
Family could have bought him a hospital to repair his back.
Yeah.
And look, there are millions of Americans that have back problems. I'm one of them.
Right.
I ain't killed nobody.
Right.
That's just an excuse. Nothing more, nothing less. Canada adds 324 firearms to a ban on assault-style weapons. So their safety minister, Dominique LeBlanc, announced that 324 firearms have been added to the country's assault-style firearm ban. And so far, there are about 1,500 guns on that list.
Sounds like they're
Do
going
we want to be like Canada?
No way.
No, we sure don't.
Well, they're going down the same road that Australia went down.
Yeah.
And the Australians have been warning against this for years now.
Yeah.
Ever since they lost their right to bear arms, except for in a few situations.
Everybody I know from Australia, they say the same thing. Don't ever give up that right to your firearms. You're never going to get it back, ever. Looks like a twin-engine propeller-driven plane crashed into a Texas highway, split in two, and Wednesday afternoon, damaging cars and sending 4 people to the hospital. The Piper PA-31, with just the pilot on board, crashed about 3 p.m. near the highway overpass in Victoria, Texas. And the FAA reporting that the police were on the scene pretty quick, and the wreckage ended up resting on top of a car. And 3 people were injured, and 4 people were taken to the hospital. And the pilot, what happened? No, FAA is investigating at this time. Mega Million jackpot jumps up for Friday the 13th. Did you know this Friday is Friday the 13th?
I did, because today is the 12th.
Ooh,
and if you add the month, I was telling Kevin this off the air, and you can get back to Friday the 13th in a minute. This is the way my weird brain works. I looked at the date. I go, oh, the month and the day. If you add them together, you get the year. 12/12/24.
Oh, that's neat. I like that.
So tomorrow.
So tickets are $2, and it's up to $695 million for Friday.
I may have to go buy one.
I might have to get somebody to buy me at least one ticket.
You know, Friday the 13th, historically, not a good day for anyone in the Knights Templar, but you know.
But if you decided to take the lump sum on this, $317.8 million. Would that be enough?
Well, you're going to net, what, 165, 170 out of that?
Yeah, I think that might be enough. I might be able to handle it. Maybe. All right, what is the number one podcast in America?
Joe Rogan.
Either Joe Rogan or that Kelly girl, Megyn Kelly.
I will give you the answer coming up next. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Twin Wells Fuel Station. If you're driving this morning on 128, exit on Buck Jackson Road, go down 2.75 miles. You will see this large facility, covered area that sells unleaded. They sell green diesel, red diesel, and DEF value. They accept credit cards, debit cards, and fleet cards. They're open to the public. Be safe on the road from the Twin Wells Fuel Station. 629. Tweet of the day is up next, Monica. Text line is open.
All right. Big John says, I saw an ad yesterday about working in or investing in Ontario, Canada. What's up with that? And a lot of money goes straight to the military contractors. Let me remind you, military contractors are the ones that do the military's dirty work. Look up how many missing kids there are in the United States. A huge majority of those kids are kidnapped and sent overseas by these contractors.
I don't know about that, but
it really makes no sense that they cannot identify where the drones are coming from. We've all seen satellite imagery of our military zooming in on a tick on a dog's butt, but we can't find where the drones are coming from. Well, I agree with that.
Isn't there an app? We were out tonight, and Kendra has an app on her phone that she points to the sky as a plane goes over, and it gives her all information about the plane and where it's going.
Wow.
Yes.
And so I'm just thinking, shouldn't we be able to do that with the drones?
We should.
We should.
Now, and maybe we can, but they're just not telling us.
Well, and for the government to say, well, we just don't know. Well, that's not a good answer.
Yeah.
We just don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll go figure it out.
Well,
Shoot
exactly.
one down
Well, you
and
better
come back
find
and
out.
let us know.
Yeah, I think that's more along lines of what they mean by we don't know is we're not telling you.
Right.
Yeah, that's more like it.
All
Couple
right.
more. Marks.
Original Tom A. Hater says, move the radio station to another location and don't tell Tom the new location. and B.
No, he can barely find this location half the time.
Okay, and B, Trump wants to turn education back to the states. What does that mean for us in New Mexico? It's already bad.
We're the worst. We're the worst.
Ooh.
And we could fix that. Give local school districts more authority.
More authority.
Make them independent school districts like they used to be.
Right.
Have a state school board. I get that. Set it for the state agenda.
Correct.
But then you give control back to the local school boards.
I agree.
Well, what happens in New Mexico, every 4 to 8 years, new governor comes in and she uses the PED as her own, for her own purposes, and the kids suffer.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's a bad idea because, the PED is like a personal punching bag of the governor, and it's not good for the kids.
No.
Things should not change. We should have rules, and school boards make the rules. We should have a public board of education, state board of education, but the public school districts in charge of the public schools.
Right. Because they know what's best in their area and in their districts.
Yeah. Amen. All right, Joe Rogan has been dethroned.
By who?
By Kelly Kelsey. So Kelly Kelsey is now #1 on Apple and Spotify. And I've never listened to her. It's called Not Gonna Lie, Kelly Kelsey. Now that's Jason Kelsey's wife.
Yeah.
Right.
And I went to it. Is it more towards women? Is it?
I would guess. I mean,
I don't know because I've never listened. And Joe Rogan, 2-3 times a week, I spend 3 hours a day, with Joe Rogan. So I'll check it out. But Rogan is not #1 anymore.
Well, if you listen to Rogan according to those cows on The View, that's a red flag.
Oh, yeah. Looks like a fight to shut down a problematic migrant detention center in central New Mexico arrives at the front door on Wednesday. Protesters drove back and forth in front of the embattled facility Wednesday morning with the message, it's pretty simple, shut down the Torrance County detention facility because of the hundreds and hundreds of violations that people in the community have heard about that detention center. They say that living conditions are worse than prison, and, there's sewer floods and inadequate medical care and so on and so forth. Here's a great idea. Why detain people? Send them back to their home country.
Yep.
And the living conditions are probably going to be better there. So just send them back. I agree with you. Let's close it down. Let's shut it down and send them back home.
Yep, empty it out.
I think that would be a perfect answer. Donald Trump invites President Xi to attend the inauguration, according to CBS News. No word if China's leader is going to come.
That's a strong move.
No, I mean, that's a ballsy move.
Yeah.
That's a very ballsy move.
Hey, why don't you come see me get put back into power?
Yeah. Albuquerque man pled guilty to raping a 10-year-old in 1992. Albuquerque man accused of raping the 10-year-old girl over 3 decades ago pled guilty to 2 counts of criminal sexual penetration in court on Friday. In 1992, Freddie Valenzuela took the victim at night point from a gas station on Gibson and raped her, according to police. The girl was eventually able to escape and ran back to her family, who called the police. DNA taken from the rape kit matched Valenzuela's to the crime. The kit, however, was tested in 2020 as the rape kit backlog in New Mexico was so backed up that here we are in 2024, and this guy is finally getting some justice for a rape of a 10-year-old in 1992. By the way, he faces up to 18 years in prison.
Not long enough.
Not long enough. I got a great story about XL Energy. I will get to that up next. Tweet of the day this morning, being brought to you by Platinum Auto Services. They can do all your diagnostics like oil changes and tires, and they can do all of that stuff. Window tinting, they can do that. But they also do diagnostic work. They do suspension work. They can take care of pretty much everything because their guys and gals are all ASE certified technicians. They use nothing but high-quality auto parts. Give them a call, 575-689-6900, 606 South Canal in Carlsbad. Proud sponsor this morning of the tweet of the day. Let me set this up. Beverly Hills High School. Monica, do you believe Beverly Hills High School is? You think that's like a school in the in urban area where it's like the hood?
Absolutely not. No.
Beverly Hills High School, 2 teachers are now suing the school district. Here's why. Unbelievable. Beverly Hills High in the middle of the hood. Beverly Hills High.
It's the epitome of racism.
There was just mob of kids, just so many kids outside my door.
On Election Day, a group of students with MAGA hats and a Trump flag roamed down the hallway of Beverly Hills High School.
I'm going to tell you how scary it was.
Teacher Bella Ivory says the group of students tried to enter her classroom where there were several black students.
Some of the students were shouting, Kamala, as they walked down the hallway. The profanity towards our vice president, who is part black, combined with students congregating in front of my classroom, increased my fears and also the students' fears who were locked inside that room with me.
Bella's
suing the school district over a Trump flag and somebody yelling F Kamala. Suing the school district. I guarantee you they were probably pro-Palestinian back when that was going on.
Probably.
And you're going to sue the school district.
Wow.
Well, and when I'm looking at this video, the kids are walking down the hall. It's not like, she tried to make it sound like it was some kind of violent mob coming for her.
Sure, like they were coming at her.
And that's just where they stopped. You know how there's like natural stopping spots?
She didn't use the word lynching, a lynch squad.
Well, and those kids in her classroom, were they very vocal in support of Kamala? I mean,
Maybe.
Is that the reason that they stopped there at that classroom? Because that was Kamala Central?
Suing the school district.
Did the teacher have Kamala signs in her classroom?
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, did she get political first? I mean, that's a good question.
Yep. All right, looks like Bill Clinton talking about does his wife Hillary, does she need a pardon, preemptive a pardon from Joe Biden? He was on The View yesterday. He went into great detail about, the hard drive, and here's what he had to say. Bill Clinton.
That Hillary sent and received exactly 0 classified emails on her personal device. It was a made-up, phony story.
Yeah.
So, I guess if Kash Patel is determined to make one up, he could do it. But
why did she destroy the computers if it was made up? Why did she destroy her cell phone if it was made up? Is that normal activity for somebody that, not worried about something?
No, I would say that is not normal activity. You destroy hard drives and cell phones to try to make the information that's on them
disappear.
Yes. That's why. And yesterday, Dr. Jill Biden took to the podium. She looked very presidential, talking about this time of the year, we need a little bit more joy.
So I hope that you all feel that sense of, peace and light, and that just for a moment when you leave here today that you feel, a sense of joy. Because I think we all need we all need to feel joy now during this time of the season, during this time. So anyway, okay, now I'll start.
And I think she's happy that Trump won and that they got back at, of course, Kamala and the Dems for throwing Joe under the bus. I think she's happy.
I honestly think she sounded incredible. She sounded, and that's not something that a person who isn't happy with themselves preaches. We want to feel joy or whatever.
If you saw her sitting next to Donald Trump at
she was
Paris
way too happy.
Yeah, she looked like she was happy to see him, for sure. All right, let's check the price of oil this morning, being brought to you by Spinnaker Cementing Solutions, a division of CUD Energy Services. Spinnaker, built to service the largest drilling programs. They've got over 200 experienced cementing professionals. They're ready to go to work for you. They have 25 cementing crews in New Mexico, Texas, and Oklahoma. Give them a call this morning. Go to the website, SpinnakerOil.com, or visit them on Magnum Industrial Road in Hobbs. Price of oil, $6.42.
West Texas, excuse me, I had to hit the refresh button. West Texas, $70.25. Sorry, something in my throat. Brent crude, $73.40. Natural gas at $3.34.
642. XL Energy planning to install fire detection cameras in New Mexico. So soon we'll have the artificial intelligence to detect wildfires sooner, and with the hope that bringing this technology to New Mexico, that we can actually help fight storms before it actually happens.
Right.
And so the electric utility company announced plans to install the fire detection cameras in 11 different Texas counties. New Mexico could also get their fair share of cameras coming soon. Bigger question. Why does it take XL to do this? Why isn't the state already doing this? Are the feds? I mean, all the money they paid out because of fires, you would think.
Well, XL is doing it because sometimes those fires start from their lines.
Electric utility lines,
right.
Yes. Yeah.
And it does say that after they install them in Texas, then they will move it into their service areas in New Mexico. And they're all very remote. These cameras are not on transmission lines that are like in areas where there's a lot of people. These are transmission lines that runs across open country.
Yep. Wisconsin mom mulling over a lawsuit against a school district for pushing a race-based policy that she finds to be a little problematic. The Wisconsin parent mulling over the legal action over a situation where she alleges that her son was passed over from being given some extra learning attention because of the color of his skin, based on race only. Attorneys for the Wisconsin Institute of Law and Liberty argued on behalf of the client. Her name is Colby Decker, and saying that it's troubling and unlawful, and that the Green Bay area schools prioritize reading support programs based on race, violating the U.S. Constitution and violating Title VII, the Civil Rights Act of 1964.
And
when asked about this, the school district told her that they denied him part of the reading program based on the condition of his skin. That's it. If he was black or Hispanic or Native American, he would have went to the top of the list. It's 2024. I would sue. I would definitely
100%.
sue.
Absolutely.
Especially if they say that it's race.
Yeah. Well, that's what they said. It's based on that those programs are set up for non-whites.
You know, I'm sorry. I thought that it was illegal to discriminate on the base of race.
What I would think.
Right.
Good Samaritan is killed trying to help a gas station attendant in Albuquerque. Now the killer finds out how many years he will be spending behind bars for that murder last year. Family members and friends of Michael Uset got to speak directly to the killer at his sentencing yesterday morning. And so it looks like this guy's going to do, it could do a maximum of 26 years in prison. His name is Eric Ford. And Ford also shot another innocent bystander sitting in a car and hasn't been sentenced on that yet. But looks like Ford took a plea deal for a second-degree murder, but is facing up to 26 years in jail. And they have made an arrest in Nancy Mace's case. Remember, she was beat up by trans activists.
Right.
The arrest has been made, and looks like that happened on the Capitol in the bathroom. And it was a physical altercation, and the pro-trans man put his hands on Nancy Mace. So the arrest has been made. 33-year-old James McIntyre of Illinois has been arrested. Our number 8.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, this guy should do. You have no business putting hands on a U.S. senator.
And you're a dude. What are you doing in the bathroom?
Yeah.
Amen. Get out of the bathroom.
Right.
All right, 647. 647. Thought for the day being brought to you by Wakefield Oil. 35 years serving Southeast New Mexico. Quality, dependable. They're there for you if you need them. They sell Interstate batteries. They are your distributor for Interstate batteries. They've got unleaded diesel DEF value. Give them a call, 575-622-4160. Website, if you're driving this morning, just remember wakefieldOil.com. They deliver in the patch on-road or off-road. Thought for the day in memory of Mr. Wendell Wakefield. Thought for the day is this holiday season, don't get your Tenzel tangled. It's the thought for the day. That's it. That's it. All right, we're going to talk about Google. They told Bud Light, hold my beer. You're not going to believe they actually kind of went a little woke. Google, imagine that. We'll get to that. And Caitlin Clark. Jason Whitlock talks about Caitlin Clark as she went woke. Text line is open, 877-396-W105. Monica?
All right. The texter who said the 11 or 12 age was just confirming that it was age 11 or 12. Inches would take several surgeries, LOL. And Junior chimed in, especially in the cold weather, the discovery of the
Ding-a-ling. My ding-a-ling.
And Blake, you seen the wiener yesterday? No,
I did not.
These are hard to read.
We were explaining Anthony Weiner's sending pictures of his
inappropriate
wiener.
pictures
Sure.
out. Yes.
What time will Tom be heading to Roswell so I can stay the hell off the road? Said somebody.
I'm
probably
sure
on the road right now.
Right.
And Deborah said, this year I discovered how to listen to the Lord and just how to listen to the Lord and just follow him with reckless abandon. I'm the classic
Sometimes that's
example
important.
of the phrase, some things just take longer to bloom. I agree with you, Deborah. And sometimes it's so hard to listen because you want proof that everything's going to be okay. And it takes faith to do things like that. Traffic is backed up on 285 between Carlsbad and Loving. It's not a drone. It's not a drown. It's Tom's underwear that fell out of his luggage. LOL. I think they meant drone. Yeah. And I drive from Hobbs to Waco often. It's not a bad drive. A little over 6 hours with a couple of stops. I can't believe that he flew. And
well, the funny thing is he's going to end up driving the same amount because it takes him 3 hours to drive to Roswell.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to end up on the road the same amount of time as it would have taken him to get there.
Correct. And the Flight Radar is a cool app. Jay in the Patch says, what do y'all think about Bill Belichick coaching college football?
I think it's different. Look, have you guys seen the kid from Florida? How much money he's asking? I got to go pull that story up because I posted it. This is why Nick Saban is not coaching anymore. So this guy's name is Jack Pryburn, and he wants some guarantees. Florida told him to hit the road. He wants $45,000 a month, guaranteed starting position at linebacker, outside linebacker. He wants a guarantee to play on third downs. He wants more snaps in the rotation. So that's his NIL deal. And I have no idea the way NIL deals are penned. And I discovered that that most of these are like 1 month contracts because you can't have pay to play.
Right.
And you can't have things in there like you are going to be guaranteed playing time.
Right. Because that takes away the coach's ability to coach.
Correct.
Well, not only that, NIL was separate from the school. So how would they be able to guarantee him more playing time? Because these are individuals paying for name, like, and image. So it's not the schools paying that. That's individuals paying that money, or people pool their money together. But this is why Nick Saban is not coaching today. He doesn't want to put up with it.
Right. Well, Bill Belichick going to North Carolina just so he can hang out with his girlfriend.
Yeah, it's going to be a change. It's going to, and the good thing is Bill Belichick is used to the business side of things, having to deal with a bunch of spoiled brats.
Sure.
Prima donnas. So I think Belichick probably be okay. 653. Jason Whitlock talked about Caitlin Clark. She has gone woke. She talked about being white privilege, that she has white privilege. Growing up in Iowa, small town, two-parent household, that she was privileged. White privilege. See, the WNBA has forced her to go woke. And maybe your thought is, if I go woke, they're not going to manhandle me every single game. I don't know. But here's what Jason Whitlock had to say about Caitlin Clark.
And they've come running and screaming out like, holy cow, are they hostile to heterosexual women in the WNBA? And so I knew, and I wrote at the very beginning, I was like, hey, what Caitlin Clark is going to face is going to be more difficult than what Jackie Robinson faced going into Major League Baseball in 1947. And people thought I was crazy. And I said, hey, look, Jackie Robinson faced legitimate death threats. But in every other way, what Caitlin Clark is going to face going into the WNBA is going to be substantially more difficult than what Jackie Robinson faced. And look where we are 6, 7, 8 months later.
So Caitlin Clark goes woke. She's hanging out with Taylor Swift at the last Chiefs game. We'll see where this goes. Next, we'll hear that she has turned lesbian.
I know. That's what I was going to say.
I mean, it could be. Mitch McConnell fell the other day, and then they were asking him if he was okay. He came back to the podium with his head all bandaged up. How old is Mitch McConnell? 82?
Yeah, right in there.
Here's Mitch McConnell, and it's a sad deal. The look on his face is not good.
Senator, is your head okay after that fall? Senator?
Just a distant stare. And at what point do we force people out for medical reasons?
Well, and that's exactly right, because this is just like with Joe Biden. This is elder abuse to make them continue this. Look, Maxine Waters, she couldn't even cast her own vote. Isn't that the one that was up there that somebody else had to cast her vote in Congress?
Yeah,
one of her aides?
Look, we've had people, I can't think of the guy's name, that we would roll him in on a gurney so he could vote. True story.
Yes. And that needs to not happen.
Yeah, I mean, look, if somebody gets sick, we're all gonna get old and get sick.
Yeah, but sick is different than being elderly abuse. You know, you have Mitch McConnell, who, like you just said, has these moments where he just stops and stares off into space like he's trying to reboot.
Sure.
Well, he took a dive.
But he doesn't even have to take a dive to do that.
No, I know.
He just kind of, his brain just locks up.
But in this case, he cracked his noggin open. It was kind of crazy. Google tells Bud Light, hold my beer with their brand new woke Christmas ads. Have you seen them?
No.
I saw the still pictures from it. I haven't seen the ads.
Non-binary ad for Google.
I don't know who that person is. So
I'm going to be honest. I don't either. Kind of looks like the boxer that beat up the women.
Yeah, kind of, but I don't think it is.
Do you know the number one sports item searched in 2024?
No.
Was the boxer, that dude that beat up the girls at the Olympics? That was the number one thing searched on the internet.
Wow.
The most Googled athlete. Well, because people are saying that's a dude.
Yeah, that's a dude. I could see the Adam's apple. Tom Homan saying that deportations will start in Chicago and warning the mayor, you better steer clear.
Go ahead, Illinois governor. You said you're going to stand there. Get up there.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Things are going to be very, very interesting in January. And if you're going to be traveling like Tom, seat squatters on planes is the latest travel trend, taking all over social media. I had no idea what this was, but seat squatters is a term that is circulating on social media when flyers are being called out for robbing seats that are assigned to other people.
What?
Gary Leaf, Virginia-based travel industry expert, said seat squatting is the latest thing that is huge. That's when a flyer may not be able to get what they want on the airline when they reserve the seats.
Okay.
And so because sometimes they're charging you an extra fee.
Sure.
So when they board the plane, they go to whatever seat they wanted, and then they just sit there. And
back in the day, the way you handled that was you walk up and go, "You're in my seat."
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's happened to me some more, where somebody was actually, they just sat in the wrong seat.
Right.
But these jackasses are sitting in the seat and telling people, well, just go take this seat. No. You got my seat. I want my seat.
Right.
Absolutely.
Seat squatters.
It's just kind of like I've seen a video of this scenario where people are flying and the woman and her child are in the row in the middle seat, and there's a guy at the window. And she asked the guy if he will change seats with the little girl so that she can look out the window on the landing. And he says no. And she says, well, why are you being so mean about it? He said, because this is my seat. I paid for the seat. If you wanted a window seat, you should have got the window seat.
Yeah. And that's totally understandable.
I would probably do it just because I'm nice, but there are, I get it. He paid for the seat. Trump returning leaves more than half of voters hopeful for a future, according to a brand new Fox News poll. 52% of Americans say they have hope again, that things are going to get better and we're going to have a brighter future. How many pardons has Joe Biden issued? And not only that, commuted sentences. Did you see the figures?
I saw that, yes, 1,500 jail sentences and 39 others, but that was on a single day.
Yes. So on Thursday, he issued 39 pardons to Americans who were convicted of nonviolent crimes while commuting the sentence of 1,500 other people and making that the largest single-day act of clemency in modern-day history. It does not say how many, past presidents have given.
Well, I think that he's trying to, at some point when he does one of these large dumps like this, he's going to include his family members, his other family members in that as well.
Yeah.
To hide.
And I think that's very important. And it's for him to say, see, I'm not just pardoning Hunter. I'm pardoning other people.
Right.
Morning show this morning being brought to you by our buddies at WWRV times3.com. 988-0392. If you're working in Carlsbad looking for a great place, Quiet Park, they have 3 parks in Carlsbad, 162 RV sites, 30 and 50 amps available, all utilities for one low price, and that does include high-speed internet. Yes, they're pet-friendly, very well lit up, a great place to live while you're working in the Carlsbad area. WWRV times3.com or call them 988-0392. Monica?
12GA will take care of those drones. Whoever comes to complain about their drone, we can find out what the hell is going on.
12-gauge shotgun.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. 12GA. Trump just got named Times Person of the Year, says Brian.
Yep.
And the Constitutionalist says Joe Rogan is back to uploading on YouTube, so there's no reason to go listen on Spotify or Apple anymore.
Well, unless you got Spotify or Apple and want to listen there.
Right. Original
You can't
Tom.
find him. You can find him on YouTube, but it's a bootleg. See what happens is I can take Joe Rogan's program and I can upload it under my account.
Right.
And you know who gets credit and gets monetization under that? Me. Not Joe Rogan.
Right.
Well, unless they file,
Yeah, then they would have to file, but by that time, I move it on. I've got another name, and I'm doing the same thing over and over.
Yeah. Go ahead, Monica.
Linda in Carlsbad says, I do not watch The View, but looking at she who calls herself Whoopi, it seems she looks more and more like Wes Studi in The Last of the Mohicans.
Right?
Oh, I think it takes
She's
a
talking
lot.
about that mohawk.
It takes a lot for me to say that someone is not pretty, and Whoopi is not pretty. How much time do I have to move the Willy bus to Juarez, Mexico, says original Tommy Hater. And it's kind of nice.
That would be awesome if you could do it.
Until Sunday.
Kind of nice not hearing Jabba the Hutt breathing in the mic. And Smokey in Arizona said, how could the state be backlogged 32 years to test a rape and get someone's DNA matched? I call BS. I say they just dropped the ball, said Smokey.
You may be right.
You may be right. This just goes
Well,
to show.
and I heard that those rape kits were way, way backlogged. I don't know. 20 years sounds like a long time.
And Big Trucker C says, coming from a Hispanic man, this really pisses me off. It should never be about color of skin. It should be about the learning ability of the child. So
Amen.
frustrating. Shaking my head. And
well, where does needs come into the picture? And this is another reason why I encourage people not to fill out their color of skin.
I always check other.
I never fill it out, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I had multiracial kids. What do I say? You want me to say they're Hispanic? I know that's what you want me to say because they're brown. But would it be fair to me as their dad?
No.
No. So don't check anything.
I just check other.
I just check.
So you know how we end this? We just stop filling that crap out.
Well, and they need to stop asking for it.
You bring up a
They
good
do.
point, honestly. I've never thought of it that way, but I do now. I let them ask me. I ain't going to tell them. I'm just like, and this just goes to show that this generation of college kids never got a good ass whooping because they all feel entitled, and it should never be about guaranteed playing time. It should be if you can play, you will play.
Yep.
Yes.
Let's see. And
You guys are spot on this morning.
It sounds like the average IQ has went up on the show this morning without Tom A. Rebecca says, good morning. I'm driving to Lubbock, and I hear your show loud and clear in Brownfield right now. Good morning to you, Miss Rebecca.
Good morning, Rebecca. Have a safe drive.
Be safe on the road.
Right. And
The good news is Tom is going the opposite way. That's the good news.
Right, yeah, you won't have to. Well, maybe. You know how he goes to get to places.
No doubt.
And let's see. These kids don't understand that they don't have an image or a likeness until they start playing well in college. They barely have a name. That's what one said. And
True.
nobody is making them do anything. These people lust for power. They can't stand the thought of losing it. Referring to Mitch McConnell, I think.
Well, that's true too.
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
What point do you go out on top?
Sure. Senator Robert Byrd is the one you're talking about, Kevin. They
Yes,
wheeled
Robert,
him in to
yes.
vote. And a congressman said the drones are from Iran. Said he had sources in the military.
Yeah, I got that cut. I'll
told him
play
this.
it. I'll play it on the next break because the Pentagon came out and said not true.
Right.
All right. Some of the stories we'll talk about. Bernie Sanders says he's done at the end of this. He'll be 89 years old. He's not running for re-election. San Diego County Sheriff said, I will not adhere to the Board of Supervisors. I'll tell you what they did. Looks like in North Carolina, finally getting some aid money. It's not like Ukraine money, though. It just doesn't feel the same. And Duck Dynasty's Phil Robinson. What's going on with?
Well, he has dementia.
Yeah, I'll talk about that. And looks like Hunter Biden's artwork is not worth what it used to be. And we'll talk about the Bill Belichick. How much money did he sign for at University of North Carolina? You know, he was one of the I think he was the highest paid NFL coach. He was making like $20 million a year.
I think that's right. I think that's right.
Yeah, he.
Well, and if performance dictates it, it was well worth it.
Yeah, and Mike McCarthy, I think, was making $2 million a year when I looked at that last year.
Yeah, he was
$20 million a year.
Yeah, he was making less than Dion was making at Colorado.
He sure was. Yep, he sure was. All right, 708. We got to take a break. KWMW Maljamore, 105.1 FM. Weather this morning being brought to you by Wood Swan. Wood Swan, you can find them on the in Glencoe, right there on US 70. Check them out online, woodswan.com. And they're a brand new sponsor of the show. If you're looking for a dining room table, one of those big wood slab dining room tables, they've got you covered. Looking for maybe a conference room table, they can design that for you. Look, they have a 30,000 square foot manufacturing plant right there on Highway 70. They could take metal and mix it with wood, and this is art pieces ready for you to go take home. They've got end tables, dining room tables, nightstands. They've got everything that you're looking for. If you're looking for something that's a little bit different, they probably got it. Handmade, everything handmade. It's definitely a work of art. 575-430-2325 or woodswan.com. Weather for the day, 55 and cloudy. Overnight low tonight starting to clear up down to about 37. Sunny tomorrow and 66. And on Saturday, 64 and sunny. We're going to take a break, keep you updated with everything going on. We'll check in with news up next, being brought to you by North Star Laundry, your one-stop shop for all your laundry. You can find them in Carlsbad at 604 West Church, 609 West Lee in Carlsbad, and 406 West Cedar in Loving. They can wash, dry, and fold your clothes, dry clean your clothes, press them up, keep you looking good. Or you can go in there. They have coin-operated machines, and you can wash, dry, and fold your own clothes. Not a problem. North Star Laundry, see them today, your one-stop for all your laundry needs. Taking a break, coming right back. B and the Breakfast Club, we're W105.
MTD Radio News brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington. Get the job done right every time since 2004.
Proudly serving most phases of the oil field process, Stone Oilfield Services has a fleet of over 60 trucks and a workforce of over 100 employees. From water transport to kill and vac truck operations, flowback services and pit filling to the clean out of rigs and tanks, as well as oiling and acidizing, Stone Oilfield believes in getting the job done right every time. Their central motto, do what you say you can do. Call them today at 575-396-1840. That's 396-1840.
MTD Radio News, I'm Blake Ovard. A nationwide program designed to help jailed inmates attain education and life skills after release has made its way to Eddy County. The program, wielding the unwieldy name of Inmate Growth Naturally and Intentionally Through Education, better known as IGNITE, was founded in 2020 by a sheriff in Genesee County, Michigan, and later replicated by the National Sheriff's Association. Eddy County Sheriff Mark Cage began the process of bringing it to Eddy County last January, and Cage made its arrival official last week at a press conference at the sheriff's office. Roswell City Councilors will decide whether to award its Water Master Plan Update project using the company recommended by staff members. The meeting on Thursday at 6 p.m. will be in the Chavez County Administration Center, 1 St. Mary's Place in Roswell, in the Commission Chambers. Friesen Nichols presented two quotes, $352,900 for one and $476,980 for a more detailed job. The company's RFP includes information about the work they've done in similar master plans, including in Hobbs and numerous locations in Texas. The largest city they've worked with is Fort Worth, Texas, which far exceeds the 1 million water users in and around the city, the RFP stated. 3 Carlsbad students are being recognized for their work developing an app for a national competition. Raj Bhakta, Jonathan Camarina, and Ruby Chapa are all Carlsbad High School Business Information Technology Academy students. They developed the app Flipside as part of the Congressional App Challenge, which encourages middle and high school students to get involved in coding. The prompt for the app challenge was simple. It had to serve the civic good. The teens said they chose to focus on a resource for domestic violence victims after seeing state statistics. The teens app will now be highlighted in the U.S. Capitol for a year. The students are also invited to celebrate their accomplishments at a reception in D.C. in the spring. And that's the way it is. I'm Blake Ovard. This is MTD Radio News.
Medications taking away key nutrients from your body? Struggling with weight loss? Pharmacy 575 offers all your prescription needs and more. From their My Daily Medication program with pre-dosed packages to weight loss plan with in-body scanner or their medication and wellness consultations, let Pharmacy 575 help. With walk-in vaccines and local delivery, they do it all. Go see Pharmacy 575 at 305 East Sanger Suite 600 or call 575-263-2908. Find them on Facebook, Instagram, and X. Pharmacy 575. Your health, their priority.
This is Rhonda Romack of Destiny Real Estate, where our business is built on dreams and imagination. Right now, the Lincoln County real estate market has more buyers than sellers. What does that mean? It means that the local market of inventory of houses and ranches is low, but we have plenty of buyers ready and willing to purchase properties. So if you've been considering putting something on the market, it's a good time to get top dollar for your investment. Telephone my team of seasoned professionals at 575-257-3000. That's Rhonda Romack of Destiny Real Estate, online at rudoso-nm.com.
Holiday sale now at National Furniture Liquidators. Our gift to you, free furniture. Buy any sofa at the regular price, get the love seat for free. Buy any complete bedroom set, get a mattress for free. Plus 40% off any sectional or dining room set. Store-wide savings on all occasional, plus great financing options regardless of your credit. Happy holidays to all from National Furniture Liquidators. When it comes to value, quality, and selection,
nobody beats Shorty.
This holiday season, make your celebrations unforgettable at Cal's Cactus Lane Bowling, located at 1609 South Canal Street in Carlsbad. Whether it's a holiday party, birthday bash, corporate event, or just a night out with friends, we've got you covered with catering options, exciting bowling lanes, and plenty of fun for everyone. And don't miss Karaoke Fridays at Cal's Shane Western. Book your party today and let us help you create memories that'll last a lifetime. Call or visit us at Cal's Cactus Lane Bowling, 1609 South Canal Street in Carlsbad. Let's make this a holiday season you'll never forget.
They're counting down to Christmas this week with values at Bob's Ridgeway, like spiral sliced ham, $1.97 a pound. T-bone steak, $6.99 a pound. In produce, big juicy apples, 2-pound bags, just $1.99. And Del Monte bananas, 2 for $1. And it's baking time with big savings on your whipped creams, pie toppings, pie crust, baking chips, your evaporated milk, and all your stuff for baking. And the values to help you get through the holidays, like wide awake coffee pods, big 32 count, just $8.98. Those and more than 150 holiday values all this week. Bob's Ridgeway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington, where your grocery dollar always goes farther.
Now, back to the show.
Until the liberals censor this show, we're on the air and broadcasting.
The pain in my ass.
Call or text now. 877-396-W105 to talk to B in the Breakfast Club.
This is not headline news. Today is Gingerbread House Day, or as millennials and Gen Z know it, my parents' gingerbread basement day. Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly have split. No word on who gets custody of the brain cell. Subway will offer a foot-long Oreo cookie, thus continuing America's long, proud tradition of going to Subway for anything but a sandwich. In sports, quarterback Joe Burrow's home was robbed while he was playing on Monday night. But the good thing about being a Cincinnati Bengal, you have no trophies to steal. And Rob Schneider is creating a daytime talk show to rival The View. It'll be called The Suck. This is not headline news.
7:17 p.m. The Breakfast Club. No trophies to steal. That's just coal.
Yes, it was. But
That's
it was
just
funny.
Mean-spirited.
It was
funny, but mean-spirited. Yes. I mean, sometimes
the Subway thing is interesting too, because we actually stopped at a Subway on our way up to Alto when we went to the Cowboy Christmas thing with Michael Martin Murphy, and we stopped it there in Roswell at one of the Subways, and it was pretty good. But sandwiches are pricey now.
Oh God.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
It doesn't matter where you go. I mean, if you can go to some of their competitors, Jimmy John's or Firehouse. It's not a cheap deal.
No, and
I get it.
Yeah, it's their food cost, and I understand that that's what it is.
Yeah,
they're passing it on to you.
You know, when your groceries go up 25-30% on average, the restaurant food cost is actually going up more than that in many cases. And
not only that, wages have gone up. Yep.
You know, I bought after the show yesterday. I went and bought a burrito. I will leave the place unnamed, and I paid $8.11 for a burrito.
You were like,
and I
what?
thought, never again. I'll go home and make my own burritos. That's what you get for being lazy.
Man.
So yeah, it was pricey.
I'll tell you one where you should go later.
Okay.
New study finds the average American will spend $2,000 this holiday season. And that's just on therapy sessions, having to be around their family. But survey also finds that many do not have that cash on hand. So they're piling up debt. Look, I mean, in fact, these people have so much debt, they actually are starting to identify as the U.S. government. I mean, that's a lot of debt.
And, I just don't understand that. I really don't. Like, if somebody's going to get me a present, then I'm going to say, thank you very much. If it's from the heart, I really do appreciate it.
Yeah.
But if you're going into debt to do that, please don't.
Please don't.
I always tell my kids, I need nothing.
Right.
I really don't. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a simple person. I don't need anything. I don't need, my son asked me today, what do you want for Christmas? I don't need anything. I've got 3 pair of flip-flops and a pair of tennis shoes, and I'm good.
Well, and if you're an artist or a creative, or you make something like that is more than acceptable. That's even because you did it.
Right.
Yeah. And I have a friend of mine who I went to high school with who sent Kim an Afghan, or, one of the crocheted sweater Afghan things. And you could use it as a throw blanket, or you could use it as a shawl, or you could use it as whatever kind of wrap. And it was just so cool to get that because she took the time to make that and send it to her.
Yeah, that's cool. Can you believe that we still have people not back at the office working?
Oh, yeah.
Nearly 8 out of 10 CEOs in America are going to mandate that workers have to get back to the office. And see, part of it was hard to mandate that workers had to go back to the office when the federal government and state government wasn't mandating people had to go back to the office.
Well,
I mean, look, it's kind of
still
confusing.
don't in New Mexico.
Yeah, that people were working from home, and now they don't understand the concept that they have to get up every day and leave the house. And a lot of these remote workers were caught with their pants down. And but everybody knows that most of them never had pants on to begin with. So it wasn't their pants were down; they just never had the pants on.
Sure.
So who was the guy that got busted on CNN? That's bad.
It really was.
Yeah, Dick Van Dyke. We go from that to Dick Van Dyke, 99 years old tomorrow. He is going to celebrate with Cher, and
I thought you were going to say he was going to sweep the chimney.
Oh, the bad news is he lives in Malibu, and some of those fires could be affecting Dick Van Dyke's home. Actor Michael Cole has passed. He was on the Mod Squad back in the day in the 1960s.
Oh.
He passed away. He was 84 years old. And you know who else died?
Who?
The amazing Kreskin.
Yes.
Remember from the Johnny Carson show?
Yeah, he was on there several times. I met him at a Comic-Con once.
Read people's minds, and he passed away. He was 89 years old.
I met him at a Comic-Con once, and he was a super nice guy. Like really, really nice.
He always said too when he was leaving that this is not goodbye, but will be continued.
Sure.
So, but he passed at 89, so I guess he's not going to be continuing. That's just sad. Bernie Sanders will not continue after he is 89. So Bernie came out yesterday and said he's going to serve the remainder of his term.
He just got elected.
Yeah. He's got 6 years.
It's a whole term. It's not like he's just serving it out. I'm giving you a 6-year notice.
He'll be 89 years old at the end of his term. So he is currently 83 years old. And look, we have a relatively old Senate. Mitch McConnell is 83. Jim Rich from Indiana is 81. He's a Republican. Ben Cardin of Maine, he's a Democrat, is 81. Angus King of Maine, independent, is 80. Dick Durbin of Illinois, Democrat, definitely is 80 years old. And then Richard Blumenthal, Connecticut Democrat, is 78 years old. Ed Markey is from Massachusetts. He's a Democrat, 78 years old. Tom Carper, a Democrat from Delaware, is 77 years old. So it just seems like the Democrats will hold that office for as long as possible.
Well, I mean, over in the House, Nancy Pelosi's 84.
Gosh.
You know, she called Joe Biden the kid.
Yeah, these people love holding on
to the power. It's all about
those things. All right, San Diego Sheriff said that they will not adhere to the Board of Supervisors. Yeah, the super sanctuary policy. So California is already a sanctuary state, but San Diego took things to a whole nother level yesterday and voting 3-1 to handcuff law enforcement turning over illegal aliens. Now, we're not talking about Juan who goes to work and comes home and, is raising a family. We're talking about illegal alien criminals.
Right.
Here's part of that meeting yesterday in San Diego.
I think this policy goes beyond California's existing sanctuary laws by adding an additional layer of bureaucracy that hinders local law enforcement from directly notifying ICE about illegal immigrants who are currently in our jails, and they have committed heinous crimes, including child abuse or endangerment, driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs, but only if this conviction is for a felony, possession of an unlawful deadly weapon, gang-related offenses, a crime resulting in death or involving personal affliction or great bodily injury, possession or use of a firearm in the commission of an offense, torture, rape, and kidnapping. That's the population we're talking about. So under this policy, and if a legal immigrant commits one of these serious crimes, San Diego County would be legally prohibited from directly coordinating with ICE.
So this is the guy that voted against it.
Wow.
The other three people said rapists, people that torture people, child rapists. No, we want those people in our community. What kind of people want those people to hang around in their community?
Right.
Sickos.
I mean, so the feds, I pray to God that the feds are not going to put up with this BS. Well, Tom Homan's already came out and said, no, ain't going to happen. Not on my watch. It is not going to happen. We're coming after you. We're coming after you. And so I think the feds are going to step all over the states. And look, I'm all about states having rights, but this is not a state right issue.
No.
This is a federal issue. Immigration is a federal issue. It's not a state issue. Mm-hmm. So get ready. The fun starts. What's the date? When does Trump take office? January 20?
Is it 20th or 21st?
21st, I think.
Oh.
So let's just say 21st. The fun starts soon after that.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be interesting. It's amazing that they finally got this passed. They passed 63-46 in the chambers on November 19th. The House passed the measure for disaster relief this week, and looks like an aid package for hurricane relief efforts, $227 million. That's how much money they're getting. How much money we just sent to Ukraine like yesterday?
$50 billion.
$50 billion.
And on top of that number is staggering and it makes you mad. But what should really make you mad is that we just sent $10 billion to Iran.
Right.
That you're not hearing about.
This disaster relief money just is a drop in the bucket.
Wow.
I mean, $226 million. Don't get me wrong, that's a lot of money.
It is.
But it just doesn't seem like that much money.
And every penny needs to be spent on disaster recovery.
Mm-hmm.
We don't
Amen.
need to be sending these billions of dollars overseas for their problems.
I agree.
Nope. We're done with that.
Sure.
Looks like Duck Dynasty star Phil Robinson forced himself to eat as he battles dementia and plans to keep his faith. And information coming out about from the Robinson family podcasts, the son Jace said that his father wants to thank the fans for their outpouring of prayers, but he has been diagnosed with dementia and
Alzheimer's, I think.
Yeah, and it's not going to get better. It's not going to get better from this point on. I thought he had cancer also.
You know, I hadn't heard of him being ill at all.
He's in his 70s, right?
Yeah, he's
the
in his
last
70s.
time that I saw him or like heard his voice and heard he was coherent, what was the name of the movie that they came up with? Was it The Blind? Not The Blind. It was his story.
Oh, I don't
It's the
remember.
movie that came out. Somebody help me. One of you texters help me.
And-
But at the end of the movie, he gives, kind of like a little talk, and he just tells people, if you don't know who Jesus Christ is, you don't know him as your Lord and Savior, I would encourage you to make Jesus the Lord and Savior of your life. And I just saw that it was tender. I cried the entire time. It was,
Wow.
yeah, it was special. And I'm so thankful that he used his fame to glorify God. Absolutely.
And Kevin,
And that was from day one.
Mhm.
That was from day one.
Yeah, that's what got him canceled on A&E because they were still at the top of the charts.
Absolutely.
We do have a phone call.
Let's go to the phone call. We'll talk about Hunter Biden, and Jen Paskey has something. She's behind the scenes. She'll tell us what she's seeing. We'll get to that. Morning, how you doing? Where are you calling from this morning?
Oh, I'm calling from my mother's living room here in Hobbs. This is Mad Dog.
Good morning,
Mad
Mad
Dog.
Dog.
Monica, that was a little bit different than talking about farting and sharding that you just got through on the monologue. That was good though. I liked it, but it was different.
You're welcome.
Hey, I got.
Hey,
I
we
got
cover all the ground here, Mad Dog.
I know. Hey, and I've got three things that I want to get out there, and I'll just be as quick as I possibly can if y'all will let me. But I wanted to talk about the definition of a leader. I wrote it down. It's a great leader is someone who inspires and motivates their team, communicates effectively, and is accountable for their actions. And what I would like for the listeners out there is to think about who fits that bill when they think about the election. And I know the election's over, but just think about that. What I just wrote, or look it up for yourself. Look up what a leader is and decide which of the candidates fit that bill best.
Oh, that would be
Then
Kamala, right?
Oh yeah, right. and my other suggestion, this goes out to the Republican Party. Anybody who's got any stroke in the Republican Party, a suggestion for Trump, and that is at his inauguration, he ought to show up in a sheriff's suit with a badge on, and everybody behind him ought to have cowboy hats on and be dressed accordingly in Western attire. To the Democrats like to use optics for all their little messages.
Mhm.
That would be a great optics for there's a new sheriff in town. And then my last one is that murderer, that dude that murdered that CEO.
Right.
That young man was definitely a man of privilege, and instead of and his parents probably should have taken him to a cancer treatment center and shown him what it really looks like for people to be dealing in pain
joke.
every day.
I mean, for somebody that has back problems, and I'm not saying that back problems aren't terrible, living in pain all the time. I completely understand. But, dude, man up. Man up.
He didn't look like he
you were
was suffering in any pain when they were transferring him from that vehicle into that courtroom.
Yeah, I mean, you're
screaming
an
and hollering back
Ivy
at the people.
League engineer. You can take that degree, go to work, and the greatest thing that's happening in America today, spinal cord injuries, the treatment of spinal cord injuries, they're making so many more advancements. And the
I know if
last
I
10
would-
years, we've come a long way.
And I know this, that if there's any country that I would want to be in to get medical treatment, we're in it.
We are.
Most people,
no
when
doubt.
they get to the end of their line, they want to come here for medical treatment. But
There
anyway,
are people all over the world. If they have money, they come to America for treatment.
They do.
Yeah.
Anyway, y'all have a great day. I got my 3 things in. I appreciate you giving me a little bit of that airtime because we all need to stand up and speak out for what's right and not
Amen.
for
Amen.
things that are wrong. We need to speak up and stand up and don't be afraid.
Never,
Amen.
never lay down.
Even
All
if
right,
you're
take
the
it out,
only one.
Trash.
Even if you're the
Yeah.
only one.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mad Dog.
We got Taking Out Trash coming up in a second. Morning show this morning being brought to you by our buddy Joe at Rig Outfitters and Scrub Outfitters. You can find Rig Outfitters in the home store in the Broadmoor Mall today. The 12 days of Christmas. We're on we're on day 12 now, Blake, and you get 20% off everything in the entire store.
This
That's
is the
today.
day I've been waiting
That is
for.
awesome.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
day and welcome to day 12.
20% off everything in the entire store, and that could mean furniture and appliances and electronics, and or maybe you're going in there and picking up some Western wear or some work gear. Not a problem. They've got it all. Check them out online at rigoutfitters.com. Scrub Outfitters is right next door. They also, today, 20% off everything in the store. 20% off today at Scrub Outfitters.
Joe.
Hey, you can hit both stores. They're right next to each other in the Broadmoor Mall. Look, these folks, if you work in the medical field and you have a particular brand that you love and that's what you wear, look, they have Dickies. They have Healing Hands, Mecature, Peaches. If you don't see something that you want, please talk to them. Express that. You can follow them on Facebook. Check out the store. They also have a huge selection of compression socks and comfy shoes. Scrub Outfitters, Rig Outfitters, today, 12 days of Christmas, 20% off everything in the entire store today at both locations in the Broadmoor Mall.
Thank
Monica
you, Joe.
and the text.
Thank you, Joe.
All right, guys, that's what's crazy is they're making this Luigi guy into a folk hero for assassinating somebody.
That's what the left does.
Everybody keeps saying how good looking he is. And when I look at him, he looks like any other deranged nut job. We are really going off the deep end if people start thinking this is okay. I won't completely agree with John from Eunice. The movie was Mercy Me. No, it wasn't Mercy Me. That was a different storyline. The Blind is the name of the Phil Robertson movie, yes. Steven said, so people don't know this, or a lot of people don't know this. I should say the reason we are billing out Ukraine is because we have 4 to 6 USA-ran labs with pathogens that would make COVID look like a baby flu. And I'm guessing in Ukraine, they don't have the restrictions we have here in the United States, so they're able to keep testing extreme pathogens. That's why we are protecting Ukraine.
Right.
Okay. In California,
the movie was The Blind. It was called The Blind.
yes, California is one major psych ward.
Yep.
California. And Smokey says, I have a question for y'all. Should the governors and mayors be arrested and prosecuted for violating federal law like California's doing, Chicago's mayors doing?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, they should be arrested. The law is written, and I don't have it in front of me, but it talks about harboring. It talks about impeding the arrest of fugitives. So why should a city or government leaders be excluded from being prosecuted?
They should.
I can't see why.
They should not be.
Agreed. One more, Monica.
Tom A. Lover says, the show's boring without Tom. When does he come back? And good morning.
Tom will find his way back on Monday.
And that's what someone just said. I think we need to track Tom A. See where he is and how long it takes to get him to Roswell.
Here,
We should have put an air tracker. One of those Apple.
We should have put an air tag. You're right.
Yeah, we should have put one on him to see where he goes. Looks like Jim Paskey saying she's working behind the scenes and she sees things going on. Is Trump going to get all his folks approved? Here's what she had to say.
Interesting, nerdy dynamics happening in Washington right now behind the scenes. Some of it's a little bit public that tell you that it's not business as usual, which I think is a very good thing. One is there are two kind of interesting, nerdy dynamics happening in Washington right now behind the scenes. Some of it's a little bit public that tell you that it's not business. There are two kind of.
I don't know what's going on with that cut, but she's saying that, behind the scenes, there are actually Republicans that are fighting against Donald Trump. I haven't seen that. I believe that pretty much all of Trump's appointees are going to. They're not going to wash out. I think it's going to be okay.
Right.
All right, Blake. Here is the cut from the Pentagon talking about the drones.
Representative Jeff Van Drew, who is a Republican from New Jersey, was just on the air saying that Iran launched a mothership probably about a month ago that contains these drones, and that mothership is off the coast of the east coast of the United States. Is there any truth to that?
There is not any truth to that. There is no Iranian ship off the coast of the United States, and there's no so-called mothership launching drones towards the United States.
You know what I love? They could say definitely that's not true, but why can't you tell us exactly what's going on with the drones?
Because the government is so transparent, they never keep anything secret.
No.
And what are they doing in New Jersey, though? What are they looking for? Because there's obviously
maybe they're looking for intelligence in New Jersey.
There's some kind of operation going on because there wouldn't be this many of them in that area without it being something.
Right.
I was talking about human intelligence.
In Jersey?
In Jersey.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Maybe it's a delivery drone delivering fast food to Chris Christie.
Well, you kind of hit on something. Amazon has drones that they've been testing for package.
Right.
Is this some kind of thing that
some
government is working with them on this?
Sure.
I don't think so. Amazon would already came out and said, and I'm sure they have to be regulated by the FAA.
Sure.
They're not going to do something to break the law.
No, but what if it's a Pentagon thing that is trying to see if they can use Amazon?
Yeah,
that kind of stuff happens. Big money. Bezos.
Representative John Kennedy talking about activists in Washington, D.C.
I was hoping to see some sanity. I didn't. They majored in online activism with a minor in puberty blockers. They were all from the moonbeam wing of the Democratic Party. President Trump is going to enforce the law, and the law says very clearly that illegal immigration is illegal. Duh. And he's going to enforce the law, and I think most Americans want him to. But these activists, they just don't believe in having a border. They just don't.
No, they don't believe. And it finally came out yesterday, the plan. Now we understand what was going on, the plan. This happened yesterday where they were in committee talking about immigration.
Same Social Security number was used on at least 20 different CHNV supporter applications. That's the question I asked.
All right.
You're aware of that?
Yes, I am very aware of
that. Happened at least 3,200 times.
3,200.
I don't have the exact number.
That's according to DHS's report.
Okay.
You don't dispute DHS's report.
No, I absolutely will not.
And also the same phone number was used on at least 20 different supporter applications, at least 3,300 times. That's according to the report. You agree that that report's accurate?
I don't have that report in front of me, but
I'm reading from it.
I won't dispute. Yes, but I don't have it in front of me, and I would prefer.
So you would dispute it?
No, I'm not disputing.
3,300 times.
Wow.
The plan was that Joe Biden would get elected and amnesty would be granted for everybody. That was the plan.
Yes, it was.
That was the plan. And the Senate Majority Leader Thune talked about the agenda and what needs to be done. Of course, he's a Republican. Here's what he had to say.
I can tell you coming out of that conference is Republicans united around making sure that President Trump's nominees are put in place and ready to roll up their sleeves and go to work, and that we also are prepared to take care of the people's business in this country and move forward with an agenda that will help get the country back on track when it comes to the economy, when it comes to energy, when it comes to national security, when it comes to the border. You will expect us to be moving forcefully and aggressively forward with an agenda that addresses those important concerns.
So number one thing that needs to be done is they need to get the Trump appointees, of course, get them passed and get them to work.
Absolutely.
That takes time, though. How many Trump appointees are there? Is it like 10,000?
Yeah, it's an ungodly number.
I was gonna say, I don't think
it's huge. Hunter Biden's artwork is plummeting. The value is plummeting. And by the way, if you still want to buy that turd that is the turd painting where he used his own feces, that is still available.
It's just so crappy.
Right.
I don't know.
It's not good. Bill Belichick agrees to become the next coach for the University of North Carolina. He's 72 years old, signed a 5-year deal. And it is a 5-year deal worth upwards of $50 million. So roughly about $10 million per season. And that puts him up in the top coaches as far as pay.
And why would he turn that down?
Right.
Seriously. I mean, what was he going to get, like $1 million from one of the sports channels to? Oh,
look, I mean, he is probably going to sign his own coaching show, and it is probably a $12 million deal when it's all said and done.
And so why would he turn that money down?
That puts him in probably the top 5 head coaches as far as pay. Mm-hmm. I think Kirby Smart is probably the highest paid coach in college football. And I think his deal is, I think that's pretty close to what Kirby makes. Because I know that, being an LSU fan, that Kelly is just under $10 million. That's still a lot of money. Mm-hmm. When you look at the Cowboys coach, head coach, only making like $2 million a year.
Yeah, but he said that he's tired of dealing with what's going on in the NFL. So he doesn't want to coach in the NFL.
So Kirby Smart makes $13 million. I was off. $13 million. Dabo Swinney, $11 million. Steve Sarkisian makes $10.6 million. Lincoln Riley, $10 million. Brian Kelly, $9.975. So this puts him right there, probably number 3 or 4 as far as coaches getting paid. That's still a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
And let's see what he does with it.
Yeah, the difference between the college football and the pros. The pros is a 6 months of the year job. College football is a 11-month-a-year job when it comes to recruiting. It's a lot more work.
Right.
Well, but Belichick he's always shown that he cares more about football and the process than he does about any of the other things.
Now,
and so going to a college kind of backs that up.
Do
he
you
cares
know
about
who
the history
Nick
of football.
Saban's mentor was? Bill Belichick.
Well, there you go.
They're cut from the same cloth.
Now, is Bill Belichick the first NFL coach to drop down to college football and be a coach?
There's lots of those.
So this isn't like a first thing.
No. There have been many.
No, but considering most people rank him in the top 3 or 4 coaches of all time.
Right.
it's interesting.
Sure.
Because he wouldn't. Yeah. There was a couple of NFL teams that wanted to interview him.
Mm-hmm.
Not all of them that had openings.
Mm-hmm.
But he said he really wasn't interested in going back to the NFL.
Control. Yeah. He wants complete control, and a lot of NFL teams are not going to do that.
Well,
all right, we're going to get to the thought for the national anthem and the pledge. We got to get to taking out the trash. Morning show this morning being brought to you by La Tienda in Carlsbad. They've got the countdown to Christmas specials going on right now. Shank portion ham, 97 cents a pound. Also, spiral sliced ham from Harmel, $1.97 a pound. You can also get beef arm roast, $3.99 a pound, and T-bone steaks, $6.99 for a pound. From the produce department, get navel oranges, $1.99 for a 3-pound bag, and Del Monte bananas, 2 pounds for $1. Also from the meat department, get a Boston butt pork shoulder roast for $1.69 a pound. 2 packs of bacon, just 2 for $7. If you're looking for beverages, they have Coca-Cola, Dr. Pepper, and Sprite. You can get the 20-pack for $9.99. And big savings continuing right now at La Tienda. Don't forget, they have homemade tortillas, corn tortillas, flour tortillas. They can bake you a cake from scratch. They do everything from birthday cakes to wedding cakes. And, of course, they have sushi and more. Try the taco bar at La Tienda. The tacos were awesome. Check them out today. Monica and the Tex will do the taking out trash. I'm next.
All right. All this drone and presidential news. Can someone talk about news around here? Who was the person found deceased at the VFW in Hobbs? I haven't heard anything on person or their family at all.
Let me talk about that for a second. I don't normally do news on somebody who committed suicide. And that is what apparently happened in this. And so they took their own life on the grounds. It's not related to the VFW. And they're not going to name it, and I'm not going to name a family.
And by the way, most of the time it takes a week to get a story from the police. So believe me, I do my best to find every local story.
Right.
But it's just it's slow going.
Well, and I knew this yesterday, but again, it's a
suicide. Right. We don't touch on that.
And off air, Blake and I were talking about something that we were made aware of that still hasn't even been made public.
Right.
And so a lot of times there are things that are taking place that we can't talk about just yet because it's of course not being talked about publicly.
Well, and some I have to dig for a lot of things like that
to be accurate, to give you guys the right information.
Because I don't want rumors being out there.
That's right.
Blame the real journalist in me. I'm going to make sure that I have the facts.
Yeah, and I mean we don't want to put fake stuff on the air and then have it come back and bite us on the butt.
Correct. I bet you $1 Tom will become a North Carolina fan.
You know it.
They don't fly those drones.
My new team.
Yeah. Sean in Carlsbad says they don't fly those drones around here because us country boys will shoot them down. Jesse Waters last night had a good thought on those drones. He thinks it's a defense contractor. Says B from Roswell.
Well, it's got to be something because, like you said, Kevin, if they know it's not something, that means they know what it is.
Yeah.
Sure. And hey, Monica, when Tom comes back, somehow get his phone and download Life 360 to it. You be the admin, and you can turn your location off so he doesn't see where you're going. Y'all can track Tom and it'll notify you if he's had a crash. You can see how fast he's going. Listen, I don't mind.
He's not going to drive over 45.
You know, that's an app that our family uses.
Mm-hmm.
So it does track you.
Yeah. And it's Jen Psaki, Kevin, like the drink, says a texter.
Psaki. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the P is silent.
I can barely speak today.
I didn't say her P was silent. I just said the P was silent.
Yeah.
Tom A did the cuts today? Question mark.
No.
And this has been great, not having Tom stumble through another radio show.
Here, I'll make you feel welcome.
I was going to say, we are.
Looks like New Mexico State University commencement ceremony. 1,200 kids graduating. Congratulations to all 1,200. By the way, if somebody you know is graduating, they're doing two ceremonies because there's so many kids, and they're putting it on the New Mexico State University YouTube channel. Texas. This is a slippery story. There's legislation out there in Texas and I agree. I was totally surprised when I went to the Hobbs Walmart and I went to get razors and I noticed adult toys right there for everybody to see. And I went, well, I don't know, Sam Walton, I don't think would want butt plugs in his store. I mean, that's just me. For everybody to see. So there's legislation by Hillary Hicklin. She's a Republican from Temple that is saying that, those type of items should not be where kids can see them next to the toothpaste or whatever.
Texas used to have a law, something similar to that. Like they couldn't even sell them in adult stores. They had to put a thing on there as like, this is a cake topper or something like that.
Well, I mean, think about that. I mean, how far have we come where, why wouldn't you go to Adam and Eve or, online? I mean, who's going out to the checkout line with a
silly stick?
Oh,
yeah, don't make me say it.
Jesus.
I'm just saying. Who is going to Walmart, even if you're going through the checkout? And and
if you do, aren't you going to do it just to see the reaction? Like, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to go buy the biggest one they have, and then go through the checkout just to watch the person checking me out.
You're going to get
Blake, I didn't want to hear that.
Diddy lube at the same time.
Yeah.
And, so we'll see where this bill goes. It's crazy. NASDAQ yesterday closed 20,000 at above 20,000. First time it's ever hit that time. And I was just looking at the stock market. We're up again this morning. Retired wrestler Hulk Hogan was in Midland and Odessa yesterday promoting his Real American beer brand. Oh. Anybody ever try that?
Nope.
He is trying to push that to be one of the top 10 beers in America. Real American beer.
He picked the right place to go and promote it. That's for sure.
I'm telling you, you go to Midland, Odessa, and he should have stopped by nearby Hobbs at the same time.
For real.
Yep.
I think he should have just stopped by. All right, let's do Taking Out Trash, being brought to you by Trash Eaters, trash-eaters.com. Give them a call. Kayleen is standing by, 575-408-1719, trash-eaters.com. They can haul away all your waste. They can pick up your residential trash. They have the 96-gallon poly carts for that. Commercial customers, they have the 2- and 4-yard metal dumpsters, and they have the roll-off containers. They can drop them off at location today, and you fill them up, and they'll come back and pick them up. Check them out, trash-eaters.com. Locally owned and operated, veteran-owned and operated. Liberals are losing their mind. Again, Mel Gibson, condemned because he made a speech at Donald Trump's home, Mar-a-Lago. And Oscar-winning superstar Mel Gibson spoke at a gala event on Tuesday where he addressed the epidemic of child trafficking and that has been allowed to fester with the open border policies. And the Braveheart star said that we basically had 4 years of thinly veiled Marxism.
Yep.
And what really triggered the liberals is he said, if one of my kids was stolen, I would have to kill somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And because he said that, the liberals are losing their mind.
Well, they hate him anyway.
Yeah.
Kid Rock was there, Russell Brand, Tucker Carlson. They were all there. And Gibson, of course. Look, Gibson was the executive producer of last year's hit, Sound of Freedom.
Yep.
So you should know where he stands.
Yeah, the loonies on the left hate him anyway.
So what's the problem with saying if somebody stole one of my kids and I had to go get them back, somebody is going to die? There's nothing wrong with that.
Do you remember he made a movie about that?
No, I didn't know he had made a movie about it.
This kid getting kidnapped.
I mean, so not an issue. In my book, not an issue. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Seminole Siding and Construction. Check them out. Trusted name across southeast New Mexico. They've got you covered with exceptional service and superior product. Look, when they go out and, they give you a quote on getting the job done. And it's amazing that they actually get it done. That's what they do. They give you great service, and they have standards that they live up to. After the job is completed, their folks are going to go inspect it and go, yes, everything is up to our standards. They can take care of your shingle or metal roofs, your metal buildings. Also, they have siding and windows and doors, seamless gutters. Find them online at Seminole Siding and Construction.com. Monica in the text will get you to things that happened on this date in history in just a sec.
All right. A texter says, I like when Russ calls her Jen Balsacki. And John from Eunice says, what? Tom's gone? I didn't even notice, especially with Kevin standing in with his heavy breathing. Not so. It's like Tom's in the room still. Disagree.
Sorry.
You're not breathing hard. And
more like sniffles instead of breathing.
Right. Vanta says, a friend of mine called me and told me Tom wasn't on the radio today, so I switched back over, and now I can listen to a nice program without Darth Vader. Okay, and if you don't like it, look away, said Tom A. Lover, referring to the adult toys. And Smokey says,
No, I can look away. Kids probably aren't going to look away. Is that the society we live in nowadays?
Right.
It is if you're on the left.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, serious. Get your adult toys somewhere else. Shame on Walmart.
Yeah. And they said maybe it's because Walmart has the cheapest prices. And Smokey chimed in saying maybe they're needing an adult toy and they're on a budget. And well, Walmart can help with that. Why not just get the real thing? That's what I'm saying. Like, avoid having to pay or, be embarrassed or Silly Sticks, LMAO. B's going to use it and then go return it and say it was too small, said one person. And I seen Tom's car pulling into the adult.
That's the way I roll. Yes.
I seen Tom's car pulling into an adult video store in Artesia. Must be buying videos and a blow-up friend. Oh. Hopefully that's not the case. See, that's why I don't want to put Life 360 on him, because I don't want to know where he's going.
You would find out things.
Yeah. Then I'd have to be like, listen. Tom A reminds me of my Uncle Herman, who, if you're listening right now, Uncle Herman, Tom A is like your twin.
I'm sorry.
No, I mean, and he's very aware, but he's just, he lives alone, kind of does his own thing, doesn't really bother a whole lot of people, but.
So Tom would be hanging out right there. What is that, Del Paso?
Del Paso? Uh-huh.
Where all the old hotels are?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he'd be on the east side.
East side. I'm sorry, I was looking for some menudo.
Oh gosh, I had a friend. No lie. I had a friend, whose uncle would go and buy these women on Del Paso. Like, no, not Del Paso. It's Marland, the east side.
Marlin, yes, Marlin, yes.
And I didn't believe her. And she would be like, bro, my uncle's nasty. Like, he is dirty. Until I can't remember. I was at, I think it was that Family Dollar that they put in on Marland. And lo and behold, I witnessed her uncle dropping one of the ladies off. And I couldn't believe it. But I thought, it is so real.
So you mean there's prostitution in Hobbs? I was making that up.
No. And there is a little bit. I mean, there's
and apparently
nothing fancy,
it's not
but
high class.
No, not at all. Absolutely not.
So
wow.
We got a lot
now
of
you know
people
where Tom's video came from.
Yep.
Whoa, is my name Tom A. Lover? Yeah, it is. And Tom is not even there, and you guys can't keep his name out of your mouth. He's still part of the show, whether he's here or not.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's getting paid, isn't he?
Yeah.
Probably.
So a lot of people are saying Landman isn't real and this and that. Well, blame Texas Tech. Did you see the latest story that came out?
No.
The Petroleum Engineering Department chair helped prepare the crew for Landman. So Sheridan has this deal, just like Yellowstone, that you got to go to cowboy camp. So every series he comes out with, if you want to play a firefighter, and I can't remember that series, but I mean, he's got so many on TV, you got to go to his camp where you learn about, engrossing yourself in living the part. So Texas Tech, all field training was taught, the Landman cast had to go to all field training with Texas Tech's experts.
Wow.
So
this goes, but does this relate to those who can't teach?
It could. I mean, my brother is a petroleum engineer and worked as a roustabout to put himself through school.
Yeah. There's lots of people they could have got as a consult.
Sure.
Yeah. You know who they should have got?
Someone actually in the field.
Probably Mr. Richard from Artesia. Guy that worked in the oil field for like 80 years. Guy that's done every job. All right, we're going to talk about little Ben Ray Lujan coming up when we return. And a Canadian woman arrested. You're not going to believe what they found in her luggage.
Uh-oh.
Are you really wrapping gifts of meth? I'll get to that.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I'm serious. Is that what you're going to do? Methamphetamine. Well, this is for little Johnny. Yes.
They'll start selling that at Walmart soon.
Yeah, why not, right? All right, we're KWMW Malchamora 105.1 FM, National Anthem of the Pledge on the way. Things that happen on this date in history being brought to you by 2A Tactical Firearms, Indoor Firing Range, 236 East Navajo and Hobbs. Veteran-owned and operated. They have the largest selection of guns. They also offer gun safety training. First-time gun owner, they would love to train you one-on-one or in a group setting. They have firearm safes. They also have tactical gear. Thinking about getting a suppressor, they can handle all the paperwork for you. And while you're waiting approval, you can still use your suppressor at the range. 2atacticalrange.com for more information, or go to 236 East Navajo in Hobbs, America. Proud sponsor of things that happen on this date in history.
So it was on this day that born was John Jay in 1745. Now, I know that sounds like a rapper, but he was actually the nation's first Chief Justice of the Supreme Court.
John Jay?
John Jay.
Honey.
On this day in 1787, Pennsylvania became the second U.S. state. And in 1792, Beethoven received his first music lesson from Haydn, Franz Haydn. And in 1818, Mary Todd Lincoln was born. If you're curious, yes, she actually did enjoy the play up until a certain point. And in 1899, George Grant patented the golf tee. So there you go. In 1901, the first radio signal across the Atlantic is picked up near St. John's, Newfoundland by Marconi. That is the inventor. On this day in 1917, Boys Town was founded. We're not going to give out the location because there might be some pedos listening.
Okay.
And in 1925, the very first motel, the Motel Inn, opened in St. Louis Obispo, California. Now, before that, they just had like taverns and inns and things like that. Sure. But an actual just a motel.
Wait, I'm a little late to this, but I thought Boys Town was in Juarez.
Well, we got some members of Congress that we probably shouldn't
tell
where they go to.
All right.
On this date in 1953, Chuck Yeager flew the X-1 2.5 times the speed of sound. You could hear people say congratulations before they even said it. In 1955, the hovercraft was patented. And on this day in the year 2000, the U.S. Supreme Court released its decision in the case of Bush versus Gore. We all know how that turned out with those hanging chads. Today is National Poinsettia Day, National Ding-a-Ling Day, Gingerbread House Day, International Day of Neutrality, National Ambrosia Day, and the Festival of the Unmentionable Thoughts. Now, for the record, the 12 days of Christmas technically start on Christmas Day. We've talked about this before. They do not start tomorrow. It is not a countdown. Former Blossom and Big Bang and Jeopardy star Mayim Bialik turns 49 today. Hank Williams III turns 52 today. Jennifer Connelly turns 54 today. What you were going to say, Kevin?
No, I didn't say nothing.
Jennifer Connelly turns 54 today. Monica, can you name one of her movies?
Jennifer Connelly. No, I can't.
She was the babysitter in Labyrinth, so the main character in Labyrinth.
Okay.
A Beautiful Mind, Hulk, Blood Diamond.
A Beautiful Mind.
She has eyebrows.
No.
Eric Shankman from the Spin Doctors is 61. Can you name a Spin Doctor song?
No. I know that I know their music, but I don't know the name.
Kevin for the win?
Doesn't come to mind.
Two Princes, Little Miss Can't Be Wrong.
Mm-hmm. Little Miss Can't Be Wrong.
Sheila E. is 67 today.
I like Sheila E.
Name a song.
Hold on.
Wait, who was her boyfriend? That's a bigger
Hold on.
question.
Sheila E. Just tell me.
So her boyfriend was Prince for a while before you know, he went on, but The Glamorous Life was probably her biggest hit.
Mm-hmm.
She was a drummer. Is her big claim. Bill Nighy turns 75 today.
Is he Bill Nye the Science Guy?
No, Nighy.
Nighy?
He is an actor.
Okay.
He played Davy Jones in Pirates of the Caribbean. He was Victor in the Underworld films. He was Sean's stepfather, Shaun of the Dead. And he's been in Pirate Radio and just a number of other great movies. He's a great actor.
Okay.
I skipped one here. Former gymnast Kathy Rigby turns 72 today.
Happy birthday.
It's a bad time of year for her because she's so tiny when she goes to the mall. People constantly stop her and ask her, which way is Santa?
Aw.
Two more. I got Dionne Warwick turns 84 today.
I like Dionne.
Yeah, we had a party for her. Go ahead.
She's searching in San Francisco, or was it San Jose?
Yeah, that's where we planned the party was San Jose, but she never showed up. She sang the song "Do You Know the Way" to San Jose. Yeah. She was looking at me like, "What?" Singer Connie Francis finally is 86 today. Kevin, I'm just going to let you say the name of this song.
Oh, Connie Francis.
Where,
I'm not on game today.
Where the boys are. She turns 86.
Where the boys.
And if today
they were at Boys Town, that's where they were.
And if today is your birthday,
what does
happy
Tom
birthday.
say when he doesn't know? No clue. What does he say?
I think it just makes inaudible noises.
Or he says, no idea. Something like that.
Yeah, but that's every question.
No. No to this when you quiz us on
yeah, he says he has no idea.
No.
Anytime we ask a question.
All right, 8:12. Let's do the national anthem and the pledge this morning. Got a lot of things to get to. Our number 877-396-W105, KWMW, Malchmore, 105.1 FM. National anthem and the pledge being brought to you by Rebecca Long. She's your Farmers Insurance agent, has been for 40 years, started her business at 19, and will love to take you on as a client Look, she'll come together with a quote to meet your needs. She can take care of all of your insurance. Cool thing is she'll bundle it together and save you money. Give her a call today, 575-393-2661. She can take care of all of your insurance. Farmers Insurance agent Rebecca Long, proud sponsor of the national anthem and the pledge on W105.
We are the Dominguez family from Hobbs, New Mexico.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? Oh, so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we walked were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular up on spur, singing out, yeah, through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
16 after 8. We are W105. Large prayer this morning being brought to you by Judah Oil, reminding you God is in control.
Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, and faithful in prayer. That is Romans 12:12.
Hi, this is Felicia Bowen with Judah Oil. Please join me in our Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Quick check of the weather this morning being brought to you by Atlas Makeup Mirror. AtlasMakeupMirror.com ×1 ×5 ×10 magnification. Comes with LED lights. It travels easy. Has the travel case. Weighs less than 4 pounds. Call Rebecca Long for more information. 575-631-3189. Go and buy it right now on the website. Make sure and use the promo code W105 for additional savings. AtlasMakeupMirror.com. That's where you can find it. They also have the wall mount version that is awesome. Reba McEntire, she's got one. Madrell sisters, they have all of them have it. All three of them. Linda Davis has it, and many, many professional makeup artists and hairstylists use this as a tool of their trade. Check it out. AtlasMakeupMirror.com. 55 for the high today. Cloudy skies gradually clearing out tonight, down to about 37. And then tomorrow, 66 and sunny. Let's take a break. Let's get updated with news this morning. News being brought to you by Ragsdale Law Firm. Luke Ragsdale, he is the guy that can settle your case. Accidents happen, and when they do, you need an expert to handle your case. A trusted law firm that will fight for you. That's Luke Ragsdale, specializing in car accidents, also personal injury, medical malpractice, all-fill accidents, and more. Based in Roswell, they are there for you every step of the way with free consultations, and you pay absolutely nothing until they win your case. RagsdaleLawFirm.com or call Luke Ragsdale this morning, 575-208-5300. We're coming right back. We're being the Breakfast Club on W105. It's 8:18.
News, I'm Therese Crowley. President Biden's pardon pen with the biggest one-day act of presidential clemency, commuting the sentences of 1,500 people on home confinement who were let out of prison early during COVID. 39 more pardoned of nonviolent crimes. Incoming border czar Tom Homan meets New York Democrat Mayor Eric Adams today on Adams' invite to talk about how he would begin deporting criminal migrants. Briefings, but no answers to the drone incursions over New Jersey after the Pentagon shot down a New Jersey congressman's suggestion the drones may be coming from an Iranian ship. Residents' minds not eased about the nightly sightings.
It's kind of scary when you're driving down the road at night and you see these lights coming towards you in the sky. You don't know what it is.
And President-elect Donald Trump made the cover. He's the Time Person of the Year. America is listening to Fox News.
If you need an aggressive, experienced personal injury attorney who is honest and true, you need to get the Gorilla.
So I'm 23 years old. I worked at a warehouse, and I took an injury which caused the amputation of my right leg. I was approached by a specific firm, and they turned my case down within 5 minutes. I was told to come visit the Gorilla Law Firm, and immediately they saw potential in my case. And I tell you what, Gorilla Law Firm had my back when no one else did. The Gorilla Law Firm made me a multi-millionaire. And if you're injured, you call the Gorilla Law Firm too.
The Gorilla Law Firm, 3130 North Grimes and Hobbs, or call 575-964-2720.
Deliver your letters to Santa at the Lee County Fairgrounds in Lovington during their 5th annual Christmas Spirit Drive-Thru event coming up December 13th and 14th. Come out each night from 6 to 8 p.m. to see Santa and Mrs. Claus, the Grinch, the Elves and Reindeer, Elsa, Anna, Olaf, and Kristoff, Polar Express Fun, and lights, and more lights. Friday, December 13th and Saturday, December 14th in Lovington at the Lee County Fairgrounds from 6 to 8 p.m. The 5th annual Christmas Spirit Drive-Thru event.
Honey, what are you doing? It's 4 a.m.
Well, I'm making a big breakfast for you and the kids. We got to get going this morning. It's a long drive to Midland Airport.
I booked our flights out of our airport here in Hobbs. It's in town, not in Texas.
Well, you want some toast?
Is that strawberry?
Organic boysenberry.
I'm going back to bed.
Love you.
Flying in and out of Hobbs gives you more time and less stress. So when it's time to fly, you gotta fly Hobbs.
Holiday sale now at National Furniture Liquidators. Our gift to you, free furniture. Buy any sofa at the regular price, get the love seat for free. Buy any complete bedroom set, get a mattress for free. Plus 40% off any sectional or dining room set. Store-wide savings on all occasional, plus great financing options regardless of your credit. Happy holidays to all from National Furniture Liquidators. When it comes to value, quality, and selection,
nobody beats Shorty.
Calling all space explorers.
This holiday season, the New Mexico Museum of Space History in Alamogordo is launching a stellar family event. Donate 2 canned goods to support your local food banks and get free admission.
Blast off into fun planetary activities. Kids hunt for cosmic clues, meet robots, and learn about space heroes, and so much more.
Don't miss the New Mexico Museum of Space History's annual Holiday on the Hill, December 14th from 10 till 2 in Alamogordo, where science meets holiday cheer.
Hi, I'm Test Director Rick from ServPro, the leader in cleaning, restoration, and construction. It's my job to make sure our pros are prepared for anything. Storm damage? Fixed. Flood damage? We're on it. Fire damage? Not anymore. Aliens? What? Aliens? We cleaned those sites a while ago. No matter the disaster, our pros will make it like it never even happened. Find out why ServPro is the #1 choice for residential and commercial restoration projects large and small. Visit servpro.com today.
Zia Natural Gas Company reminds everyone that calling 811 at least 2 working days before digging is the law. This law applies to contractors and homeowners alike. If you begin your digging project without first calling 811 to have underground utility lines marked around your dig site, you can be fined and held financially responsible for repairs to damaged utility lines. Even simple projects are not worth the risk. Know what's below. Always call 811 before you dig. This message sponsored by Zia Natural Gas Company.
Did you know that when you become employed with Eddy County, you'll be receiving one of the best and most competitive benefits packages in southeast New Mexico? Eddy County offers great pay, paid vacation, paid sick leave, and holiday pay. In addition, you get para-retirement, and for full-time employees, 100% health insurance paid and 60% for your dependents. You can find a list of open positions and apply at New Mexico Workforce Connection or online at eddycounty.org. Eddy County is an equal opportunity employer.
We don't get fooled again.
Our team is the elite of the elite.
You're waking up to the morning morons. One does his best to make you think he's a moron. The other is not a moron. The other is a member of the Mensa Society. And why Monica? Why, she's here to calm the storm.
This storm is going to get much, much worse.
Call or text now, 877-396-W105 to talk to us.
Hello, everyone. It's Alexa. What are you looking at? Where do you think I get all the facts and information? Right here. Everything anyone needs to know. Every morning.
Lord knows we need family now more than ever.
Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson are back.
Wow. 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 Wow.
They've crashed weddings, and now they're decking the halls, spiking the punch, and dodging Secret Santa gift exchanges.
Is a one-night stand considered dating?
It's Christmas Party Crashers.
Motorboat? You play the motorboat? Come on. Stop, please.
Christmas Party Crashers. Rated R for reindeer games.
Come on, we're men. We're not piñatas.
825. We are on the Breakfast Club. Looks like animal rescuers in Virginia. That's you used to do that job, right, Blake?
Yeah.
Rescue animals, and
we still do actually the rescue part.
Yeah, they.
I couldn't.
They came to rescue a giant owl that was entangled in a net, and I wish it would have been 2 owls. That way they could release a big pair of hooters. But so they did save they did save the owl and took him to Doctor Who repaired the owl. Show myself out.
Well, and I will say that in most states, like for wildlife like that, you do have to be registered.
Yeah.
Rescuer?
Yes, thank you.
Sure.
It's wildlife, and I forget what the actual term is, but it's not just a rescuer. It's rehabilitation. That's what it is.
Looks like a Vegas man who captured a video leaping. This is the guy that leapt across the courtroom and attacked the judge. He's got 26 years behind bars. This guy can run and jump. This guy is clearly a criminal, and you would think he could find a place on the NFL, on some NFL team. But that video, I remember that video because he bolted, and the barricade that goes between the judge and the defendant. He cleared that and just unbelievable. Look that up. It was a Las Vegas man leapt over the courtroom bench.
Oh yeah, he did,
and attacked the judge. There ought to be like Olympic.
It's like he was in the NBA trying to do a slam dunk.
It was unbelievable. Looks like in the UK, a woman discovered a huge 11-pound puff mushroom that she had allowed. She allowed her family to eat it, and they said it was as big as a basketball.
Wow.
Look,
I'd like to see a picture of it.
I'm going to tell you, there are a lot of different kinds of mushrooms out there. If you cannot identify the mushroom, don't eat it.
Don't eat it.
By the way, me personally, I won't eat any of them.
You don't like mushrooms?
No.
I dig them. They're
Oh,
so
no.
good.
Looks like the governor of New York, Kathy Hochul, is proposing the state send every resident, every taxpayer, $500 to help them with the high cost of living. They have a surplus of money. Wouldn't it be nice if this governor would do that? We have a surplus also.
Yes.
She could probably give us $5,000 of tax for every taxpayer.
I think she's just trying to get out of whatever hot water is awaiting her.
Yeah, maybe. And a Canadian woman has been arrested, allegedly attempting to smuggle drugs into New Zealand and packed his Christmas gifts. Yeah, about 22 pounds of methamphetamine. They say worth about $2.2 million was in the carry-on luggage of this woman.
Wow.
Wrapped in Christmas wrapping. She did a pretty bad job. I'm looking at the wrapping. First of all, you got the wrong wrapping paper. That's number one. I mean, get like, something a little different than traditional wrapping paper.
Sure.
So, by the way, a lot of people wait to get their presents.
Look, it was zigzaggy,
They, I can't believe this story is not in Florida. Little Ben Ray Lujan, of course, is part of the Hispanic caucus. And yesterday, the senator urged President Biden to use his executive authority to shield thousands of immigrant communities ahead of him leaving office. So Ben Ray, along with Alex Padilla, a senator from California, and Catherine Cortez of Nevada, another Democrat, held a press conference in Washington, D.C., urging the president to use his executive powers to ensure swift processing and renewal applications for DACA kids. Look, they make it out to be Trump is the big bad wolf. Trump has said multiple times, as early as last week, that he is not going to remove DACA kids.
Yeah, but you can't let the truth get in the way of your narrative.
And the crazy thing, most of these DACA kids are not kids anymore.
Right. No, they're adults.
They're adults. So when they call them DACA kids, it's not actually true.
Again, they don't want the truth to get in the way of their agenda.
Well, why would you?
Right.
Yesterday, a woman sentenced for her role in a deadly attempted robbery. Dela Lopez was sentenced to in court yesterday to a role in a plot to rob a drug dealer that escalated into a deadly shooting. This happened in 2022. Police say Bobby Lopez, Brianna Garcia, and Delia Cordova took part in a murder of Angel Varela, and police say that she was a getaway driver. So she was part of the whole plot. So her sentencing date has not come up, but it looks like she could do at least 15 years in jail. 6 Guatemalans arrested and charged with human smuggling in the deadly 2021 Mexico truck crash. Bodies in body bags were seen in Mexico. 6 Guatemalans arrested and human smuggling case that in 2021, a semi-truck crashed in Mexico en route to Texas, killing more than 50 migrants. So there were...
And they blame that on us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there were 160 migrants in that truck that they were trying to get across the border.
Well,
sad.
It's very sad, but I hate it when they basically blame the United States for this.
Yeah. And by the way, that happened in Mexico, but they were en route to Texas. But
they were from Guatemala and they were in Mexico.
Yeah, they were in Mexico. And the Guatemalans were driving the vehicle, and So 6 of them have been arrested and charged. Have we heard anything about Ryan Ruth? Have we heard anything about the Butler shooter, the guy that attempted to assassinate? So, but we've heard all this about Mangione. We know everything about him. Why is that?
Agenda on the left.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. By the way, Ryan Ruth's lawyer indicates he's probably going to take an insanity defense in the Trump assassination attempt. Can you really take an insanity defense when you plot out something?
You wouldn't think so, but, I've seen stranger things.
Yeah. Looks like an Albuquerque man pled guilty to a decade-old rape case. I did that story about the 10-year-old. I mean, it was sickening enough one time. I don't have to read it again. And Hall of Famer Tracy McGrady and Vince Carter join the Bills ownership group. I didn't know those two guys made so much money.
I didn't either.
But they're part of the Bills ownership group. And by the way, the team is for sale $4.2 billion. Oh,
wow.
Doesn't say how much money those two basketball players put up, but $4.2 billion. How much are the Cowboys worth? Like $10 billion?
Yeah, 10 or 12, I think. Maybe even more than that.
And how much did Jerry Jones pay for the Cowboys when he bought them?
It was like barely over $1 billion. It was a lot, but it was yeah.
And
it might not even have been $1 billion. It might have been less than that.
That's what I was thinking. I remember when the Saints were bought, it was like $10 million. True story. And the state loaned Benson the money to buy the team.
Really?
Yeah. They loaned him the money. He didn't have the $10 million. He was a car dealer. Not saying car dealers don't make money.
No,
but
wait. He purchased in '89. Jones purchased the Cowboys for $140 million.
Wow.
That's all.
Wow. Man. Hyperinflation. Unbelievable.
Wow.
All right, we're going to get to the boob of the day. We'll keep you updated with everything going on. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Zia Guns. You can find them in Roswell, 1907 North Main. Closed Saturday, always open on Sunday. Handguns, rifles, trade in your old gun to get a better gun. Looking for Christmas gifts. Some of the things, they've got a big shipment of binos that just came in. Go check those out. Of course, 7-day wait period by the governor. Yeah, that has began. So come in early because there is a 7-day wait period. And don't forget, they have the perfect gift for somebody. If you're looking for the M4 shotgun, they've got that. They've got the gold-plated Tommy gun, the Trump Tommy gun. They've got it. They also have the 1911 Trump gun. They've got that one, the one with the fight. They've got that one. They've got the Trump Glock with the binos. They've got 6-hour stabilizing binos. Check it out. They've got handguns, rifles, shotguns. Give them a call, 575-622-0023. They have a huge selection of guns, ammo. If you're looking for a gift, I'm sure they can accommodate you. 1907 North Main in Roswell. Monica in the text, boob of the day up next.
Before she gets to text, we do have a phone call. So
let's go.
Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, guys. I just got to Roswell.
Oh, it's Tom. Hello, Tom.
Good morning, Tom.
So you just got to Roswell? You just got to Roswell?
What time did you leave?
Yeah. I left about, what time is it now?
8:38.
I left about 7.
All right.
Well,
boy, you made good time for you.
380, man. What's that be?
You made good time for you.
Yeah, there's a lot of traffic on 380. I took it because I wasn't sure if 285 was ready or not. So, but where's the airport be?
Ready or not?
Did you just ask where the airport was?
I didn't see no planes. Okay, now I see the planes.
Are you for real?
I went to the back end of Roswell because I wanted to see. I hadn't seen it in a while. check out the flooding stuff, but it looks like they're recovering. But the entire convention center is being reconstructed. So I'm thinking, wow, man.
Yeah.
Not yet. I don't think they've even started construction.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, well, they fenced off the whole convention center, so it's like, we were there for 6 years, so.
And you don't know where the airport is?
Well, I forgot where it was. I hadn't been here in a while.
Okay, here's a great deal. You get on Main Street, and you head south, and you keep going until you run right into the airport. I mean, I don't think you can miss it. You just keep going.
I see the planes now. There they are.
Bye, man.
No, but,
I miss you, Tom.
But now I got to park over here. It's like unlimited parking, but it's way away from the terminal, so I got to take my bag over. There's no valets down here, so.
So wait a second. You can't take the bag. You can't pick it up? Is that what you're saying? You're there for like 2 days. How much clothes did you bring?
I brought clothes for 5 days.
Good. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and just in case you pee your chonas or something.
He's back on Monday.
Don't you get back here Sunday?
Yes.
Yeah, late Sunday.
What time is late?
Like 9:30.
At night?
Yep.
Gotcha.
But I think I'm going to drive back on 285 Sunday night because 380 is too busy for me.
It won't be busy at that time.
So, and then last time I was
you know
here,
why it's busy? All-field traffic.
What? Yeah, I know. But now I got to go in there and figure out where I'm going to go and get ready. And the last time I flew out.
Look, this is just coming across the TV right now. It said that they are going to do security checks starting today, and there will be more than just a traditional pat down by TSA. That just came. No, I'm serious. It just came across.
Apparently, they're going to do body cavity checks.
Yes, the anal probes.
Well, I'm wearing shorts, so.
So it'll be easy. You say it's going to be easy?
Easy access. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Tom.
Tom. Good luck. Yeah. Good luck on the plane. By the way, anybody sitting next to you, I apologize in advance.
Hey, Tom, have a great time.
Have a good time. And
guys.
Enjoy your family. Be wise. Be safe.
God bless.
All right.
Okay.
All right, we got to get to the boob of the day this morning, being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine Aesthetics, medical professionals on staff. They offer functional medicine. If you're not familiar with functional medicine is treating an ailment, but they use natural remedies to make you feel better. So they don't believe in numbing things up with pain pills and that type of stuff. What they do is they use natural remedies and natural supplements like stem cell therapy. Stem cell therapy, they use ozone therapy, and they use cryotherapy chamber. All three of those are awesome if you're living in pain. And if you're going through hormonal issues, ladies, they would love to chat with you about hormonal optimization. Desert Functional also offers testosterone replacement therapy and a host of aesthetics. Check the website out today. Go follow them on Facebook, Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics on Facebook, or the website, thedesertfma.com. Call them 575-964-8025. Proud sponsor of the Boob of the Day.
Now, we talked a little bit about this guy yesterday, so I had to dig into the story because I knew it was the perfect boob of the day. The guy might need a lawyer after this as well, because the first thing they'll say is don't confess on national television. 35-year-old guy named Michael Murray bought a used Subaru Outback for $4,000 at a dealership in Sandy, Utah on Monday. You remember the story, Kevin?
Yes.
He then came back a few hours later and accused them of selling him a lemon. He claims they refused to give him his money back, so he decided the best course of action was to hop in the car and drive it straight through the front entrance. Now, if you go watch that video, I will warn you there are F-bombs being dropped in that video. Now, he had already threatened to do it, so at least they had a little bit of warning. 7 salespeople were near the door, but no one was hurt, and he caused $10,000 in damage to the building. It's not clear how banged up the car is, but if you see the video, it's kind of banged up. Now, he talked to Inside Edition after bailing out of jail and said he knows he probably shouldn't have done it, but he just hit a breaking point. Now, the dealership on the other side says he knew the car had issues and that they actually did offer him a refund. So it's not clear why he resorted to driving through the front door. Huh. Anyway, the charges he's facing now are felony criminal mischief and reckless endangerment. And to get to be talking about you driving the used car that you bought that you wanted a refund for, that they offered you a refund for, but you didn't want it, and you drove it through the front door, you were the boob of the day.
Yeah.
Boob of the day this morning being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics. Check them out today. Quick check on the weather this morning. Weekend weather looking great. Weather being brought to you by State Representative Randy Pettigrew, reminding you the governor continues to push back and attack your constitutional rights. She's also attacking our oil and gas industry. We have so much money in the coffers right now some of the things they're doing, putting more and more restrictions on oil and gas is just crazy. You can count on one thing, Randy Pettigrew will be fighting back. That's for sure. And when it comes to your gun rights, your Second Amendment rights, Randy will be up close and personal fighting for your rights. Look, if you don't know anything about Randy Pettigrew, he's State Representative, District 61. If you live in District 61, need more information, please go to the website, randallpettigrew.com, and need to get in touch with him. Have an idea. All you have to do is go to that same website, randallpettigrew.com. Message paid for by Randy Pettigrew. 55 and cloudy today, but gradually clearing out tonight, down to about 37 tonight. 66 and sunny for Friday. Saturday looking good, sunny weather, and Sunday we're getting close to 70. Yeah, I did say 70. Monica in the text will get you updated with news next.
All right, Monica, when Tom doesn't know of an artist, he says, never heard of her or him, says Texas Tower Dog. And I see Tom didn't hit it this time to Roswell, and they sent a picture
of a llama.
You can't make this stuff up. Tom A is freaking hilarious. Tom's Big Adventure. And Tom, I highly suggest taking 380 over taking 285. Eddie says, B, don't threaten Tom with a good time. And Desert Flower is chiming in saying Tom is going to drive at night on Sunday. Everyone be aware.
Oh, yeah.
And when TSA asks Tom any questions, he will tell them, there you go, apples and oranges. Apples and oranges. And someone said, I wondered why I didn't hear Tom this morning. Tom A just proved his stupidity isn't a prop like he claims. It's real. Anyone who can't find an airport or hospital is not very smart, says Trucker Gary.
Well, he's there for 15 years.
Right. That's what I'm saying. This is Roswell. It's not like you're New York City.
And someone said, hey, Monica, did you make sure Tom packed clean chones? My heart tells me that everything that he packed was clean. He took the time to get a haircut. No, he took the time to get a haircut, and he shaved, and he did good.
That wasn't for this trip.
Well, the haircut was.
No, he was trying. There really was someone he was trying to hit on locally at a party.
Like, hey,
Well,
you see this? I shaved.
I'll tell you the details.
Okay, you can give me the deets off air. But anyways, he did look nice. He looked presentable.
It wasn't for the trip.
And
says it
you
wasn't
know,
for the
when
trip.
you're trying to find the airport, I would think it would be, the air base. Oh my God.
Or wait,
Yeah.
what's that highway sign that says airport and has an arrow?
Yes. Yeah. Well, I had to go check out the flooding. They've completely, they've finished the convention center. Wait, they haven't even started it yet. Oh, wait a second. I'm passing more fake news here.
Chris from the Patch says, "Hey, Monica, it sounds like y'all are missing Tom A today. I know I'm missing his little quirky inputs. He is a big part of the show. Follow the pictures of the airplane, Tom," says someone. I don't know. And let's see. Tom will be back on Wednesday due to jet lag.
Yes. Can you imagine the guy at TSA going, "What's that?"
Apples
Doing
and
the
oranges.
pat down. "What's that?" "I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that is." Wait a second. There's a Snickers bar under a fold.
Oh no, I don't eat those anymore.
That's old. That's old.
That's old.
Yeah, that's not mine. That's old.
I got it at the buffet.
All right, let's take a break. We're coming back. We got good news of the day on the way. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Maine Trailer Sales. Don't go camping without Maine Trailer Sales. Fifth wheels, toy haulers. They've got the ultralights. 575-822-1751. That's their number. You can call them or go on the website and take the virtual tour. MaineTrailerSalesInc.com. New and pre-owned models. Every unit is up there for you to take the virtual tour. If you're working in the patch, looking for a fifth wheel, use that per diem to pay for your fifth wheel. That's thinking outside the box. Check them out, MaineTrailerSalesInc.com. 10 away from 9, KWMW, Maljamore, 105.1 FM. We're coming right back. Be in the Breakfast Club.
MTD Radio News brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington. Get the job done right every time since 2004.
Proudly serving most phases of the oil field process, Stone Oilfield Services has a fleet of over 60 trucks and a workforce of over 100 employees. From water transport to kill and vac truck operations, flowback services and pit filling to the clean out of rigs and tanks, as well as oiling and acidizing, Stone Oilfield believes in getting the job done right every time. Their central motto, do what you say you can do. Call them today at 575-396-1840. That's 396-1840.
MTD Radio News, I'm Blake Ovard. A nationwide program designed to help jailed inmates attain education and life skills after release has made its way to Eddy County. The program, wielding the unwieldy name of Inmate Growth Naturally and Intentionally Through Education, better known as IGNITE, was founded in 2020 by a sheriff in Genesee County, Michigan, and later replicated by the National Sheriff's Association. Eddy County Sheriff Mark Cage began the process of bringing it to Eddy County last January, and Cage made its arrival official last week at a press conference at the sheriff's office. Roswell City Councilors will decide whether to award its Water Master Plan Update project using the company recommended by staff members. The meeting on Thursday at 6 p.m. will be in the Chavez County Administration Center, 1 St. Mary's Place in Roswell in the Commission Chambers. Friesen Nichols presented two quotes, $352,900 for one and $476,980 for a more detailed job. The company's RFP includes information about the work they've done in similar master plans, including in Hobbs and numerous locations in Texas. The largest city they've worked with is Fort Worth, Texas, which far exceeds the 1 million water users in and around the city, the RFP stated. 3 Carlsbad students are being recognized for their work developing an app for a national competition. Raj Bhakta, Jonathan Camarena, and Ruby Chapa are all Carlsbad High School Business Information Technology Academy students. They developed the app Flipside as part of the Congressional App Challenge, which encourages middle and high school students to get involved in coding. The prompt for the app challenge was simple. It had to serve the civic good. The teens said they chose to focus on a resource for domestic violence victims after seeing state statistics. The teens app will now be highlighted in the U.S. Capitol for a year. The students are also invited to celebrate their accomplishments at a reception in D.C. in the spring. And that's the way it is. I'm Blake Ovard. This is MTD Radio News.
20 ribeyes for $39.
The Backyard Butchers are here right now with 20 ribeye steaks for only $39. That's less than $2 a steak. Just look for the big white truck in the parking lot at Tractor Supply in Lovington. Stock up and save. 20 ribeyes for $39. Just look for the big white truck right now at Tractor Supply in Lovington. And for a limited time, get 2 pounds of king crab legs for $39. Go to backyardbutchers.com for more info. Cash, credit, debit, EBT accepted.
Attention business owners, grow your revenue and increase your profits. The Small Business Development Center will show you how. Attend this free seminar on Wednesday, December 18th. Learn marketing, management, business plan development, tax planning, and more. Even if you're thinking about starting a business, you need to register now at 624-7131 or online at nmsbdc.org. Wednesday, December 18th, 8 a.m. at ENMUR's ITC building. Presented by the Roswell Hispano Chamber and paid for in part by the City of Roswell Lodgers Tax.
Deliver your letters to Santa at the Lee County Fairgrounds in Lovington during their 5th annual Christmas Spirit Drive-Thru event coming up December 13th and 14th. Come out each night from 6 to 8 p.m. to see Santa and Mrs. Claus, the Grinch, the Elves and Reindeer, Elsa, Anna, Olaf, and Kristoff, Polar Express fun, and lights, and more lights. Friday, December 13th and Saturday, December 14th in Lovington at the Lee County Fairgrounds from 6 to 8 p.m. The 5th annual Christmas Spirit Drive-Thru event.
Lacked Service Company of Hobbs is hiring field technicians as well as CDL drivers with hazmat endorsements. Lacked offers company-paid insurance, PTO, vacation, and safety days to qualified employees. Stop by 3521 Industrial Drive in Hobbs today to submit an application, or for more information, contact Michael at 575-370-4604. That's 575-370-4604. Lacked Service Company, serving the oil and gas industry since 1969.
The Western Heritage Museum and Lee County Cowboy Hall of Fame are lighting up the holidays. Fun starts November 16th with Indigenous Peoples Day Family Day from 10 to 1, and on November 18th, they open their amazing indoor ice skating rink to the public. Enjoy the Bonnie Moran North Pole Village starting December 2nd, and Holiday Family Days December 13th and 14th from 5 to 8, with Cowboy Kids Club members enjoying 2 special hours Saturday. Join the Western Heritage Museum and Lee County Cowboy Hall of Fame in all their holiday festivities at One Thunderbird Circle.
Well, it's a Bloody Mary morning.
Pausing for a moment to let Tom A. catch up. Thank you. Thank you for your patience. Be in the Breakfast Club. Call or text 877-396-W105 to talk to B in the Breakfast Club.
It's enough for today. Gonna go bye-bye right now. I need a big boy nap.
Ho, 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 Mozambique, Santa no.
Hi, it's Santa Claus. I know. I don't sound or look the same since losing 217 pounds thanks to Ozempic.
Ozempic is a once-weekly injection to help lower your blood sugar, especially for those on a steady diet of gumdrops, candy canes, and sugar cookies.
You know, before Ozempic, I felt like a fa-la-la-la-la-la-la-la loser. And that bowl full of jelly, it's now a bowl full of abs.
You might feel naughty on Ozempic.
Hey girl, you want to mingle with the Kringle?
Side effects include confusion, seizures, and may cause some to feel less jolly.
Damn it, Blippi! This rocking horse doesn't rock! Son of a...
Once weekly, Ozempic.
Since Ozempic, the girls around Santa's workshop, they don't call me Father Christmas anymore. They just call me Daddy.
Ho, 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 ho.
Ozempic!
Use as directed.
We haven't got the letter yet, cease and desist yet. Not yet? Okay, I guess we'll keep playing it. Looks like...
Got to do a Christmas song.
John Fetterman. John Fetterman, he's on True Social now.
Yeah.
And he says that the FBI weaponized the judiciary system and to go against Donald Trump.
Well, he's right.
Is he about to flip to become a Republican?
I don't think so. Early on, right after he got a lot of that electroshock therapy.
Once he got the shock treatment, he's actually come way far from the right.
He has, but he is still to the left on several things.
Yeah, I guess so. Donald Trump announcing that Carrie Lake will take over Voice of America. That's just not a big responsibility. Look, Voice of America had its place back in the day. It was a U.S. agency for global media, and we would put out, look, the Russians would put out propaganda, but we do our fair share of propaganda. Voice of America was, in communist countries talking about how great it was to be a capitalist. And, I just don't know if that's. And does she have a radio background?
See, I don't know. That's what we were talking about earlier. It's like, why was she the choice for that? I can see.
I mean, I should have got that gig.
Yeah. Or Joe Rogan. I don't know. So, somebody.
Oh, me. Pick me.
Well, you got to be here.
Like a hell of a deal. Yeah. Jay-Z accused of taking improper steps to expose the rape accuser's identity. This guy's you got to think about how much money that Jay-Z and Beyonce have.
Right.
They have amassed a ridiculous
lot
of money. So with that comes a sense of entitlement. Mm-hmm. Also a sense of that they can do what the hell they want to do.
Right.
Just like P. Diddy.
Yeah, just like P. Diddy, until that came to an end. You know his real name, Jay-Z?
No.
Sean Carter.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Sean Carter. That's his real name.
He and Diddy have the same name in common, Sean.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Looks like a former UNM student faces probation violation hearing over he left the state. When you're on probation, you can't leave the state without getting permission from your parole officer. So this guy ambushed a university basketball player, and he's supposed to be back in court, and he got probation. They let him off. But then he went to Maryland and picked up an arrest for assault. That means he violated his probation and should be thrown in jail. So the judge now says he's got to put an ankle monitor on. That's it.
Well, it is New Mexico. They're not going to be hard on criminals.
Throw him back in jail.
The governor doesn't want that.
All right, this story kind of gets to me because I remember back in the day, college students, everybody was starving. Everybody was starving.
Yep.
Well, the state did this study that shows that 2/3 of New Mexico students, college students, are facing problems as food and housing insecurity.
Okay.
State wants to pour more money into fixing this problem. $4 million. They want to give $4 million to address food and housing insecurity among college students.
That was part of the experience. Look.
Back in the day.
You got to find a place to live, whether it's a dorm or an apartment or whatever. And you had to go to, now you don't have to, but back then I worked at 2 jobs and went to school full time.
Yeah.
Yes. And sold plasma.
Yes. Yes.
It made us better people. But now we want to give everybody everything. And this is why people are so soft nowadays.
Right. Yep.
Because the government wants to fix all of this stuff. Back in the day, people went to college and had a job. I bet the percentage of college students that actually work is not that great anymore.
No, they say, well, I'm a full-time student. I don't have time for a job.
Right.
And my answer is I was a full-time student and I had time for 2 jobs.
That's right.
And let me also say that they're housing insecurity and food insecurity, but they can find money to go to spring break or to go see Taylor Swift.
Or do their nails or smoke or all
whatever.
those drink and all those things, all those extracurricular things.
Looks like Tesla shares close at a record high. So much for shutting down Tesla, you lefties. By the way, at they've got a 69% pop since Trump was elected. Tesla stock up 69%.
Well, and it's up over 1% right now.
Crazy.
So just today, again, it's up again today.
And Trump's inauguration fund received $1 million donation from Mark Zuckerberg. Is Mark Zuckerberg trying to... Yeah, so...
Yeah, please don't come after me. Please don't come after me.
Wow.
Zuckerberg and Meta gave $1 million to the inauguration fund.
That's incredible.
Well, it's trying to pay off to get ignored.
Maybe. But, yeah, I mean, maybe they'll get him a little... give him a little leeway.
Don't count on it. I hope not. I hope that these billionaires can't just throw their money around.
I hope. Looks like a Florida woman who flew to Australia for a clown school. Did you do this story? For a clown school?
No.
Was jailed over a 24 karat gold pistol. So the American woman arrived in Australia to attend the clown school with a gold-plated pistol in her luggage. Has been jailed. So do you mean our TSA missed the gold-plated pistol? Yes, that's what we mean. But when she arrived in Australia, the Australians went, "What is that down under?" And they made the rest.
Wow.
So you're in a foreign country with a gun. I got to say, you don't need to go to a clown school. You're already a clown.
Yeah.
Right?
That's nuts. And Josh Hawley said the Democrats' plan was amnesty for 13 million illegals flooding our workforce. I played that cut yesterday where he talked about just that and said that was the ultimate plan. There was no other plan. And for that plan to go into effect, they needed a second term.
Wow.
Either Joe Biden or Kamala.
Right.
But
in order for them to really destroy America.
Yeah. Did you see that California is giving away $2,000? If you buy a electric bike, the state's newest green energy incentive program is $2,000 to buy an electric bike. How much are these e-bikes worth? How much?
They start right around $3,000.
Wow. So they're going to give you a $2,000. And in a time where we have more obesity in the country, do we really need electric bikes?
Well,
I'm just asking.
There is a place for electric bicycles, and where that is like people who get older and can't quite climb the hills and that they need that assist. Like the assist electric bikes are the ones, not the one where you just have like a throttle, right? And so if it gets people out riding a bicycle where you have to be pedaling for it to assist you, I love that idea.
Sure.
Because it lets everybody ride a bicycle.
Yeah.
But other than that, no, we have other motorized transportation.
Right.
But I mean, in a time where we have a 60% increase in childhood obesity, electric bikes. Wow, what a concept. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Fenn's Country Market. They've got the Christmas countdown going on right now with Spiral Ham from Hormel, $1.97 a pound. Also, T-bone steak, $6.99 a pound. Shank portion ham, 97 cents a pound. Navel oranges, 3-pound bag for $1.99. Get bananas from Del Monte, 2 pounds for $1. Also from the deli department, check out the lemon pepper turkey, just $6.99 a pound. Also chopped ham, $3.99 to $3.49 a pound, and Black Forest ham, just $5.49 a pound. Also, additional savings, including Coke, Dr. Pepper, and Sprite, 20-pack for $12.99, or Pepsi, Mountain Dew, or Big Red. You can get 2 12-packs for $11. Check it all out at Fenn's in Artesia. Monica in the text, then we'll take a break.
This texter says Joe Biden needs an e-bike with training wheels. And Pennsylvania voted all Republican congressmen in the election. That's why Fetterman is talking like a Republican. Have y'all heard all this about Oliver Anthony talking crap about Parker McCollum? And Wedo says Carrie Lake is a former news anchor in Arizona.
Oh.
She has the experience.
Okay. All right.
Sean in Carlsbad says, Monica, you didn't let Tom borrow your skivvies, did you? I'm sure it would take a few pairs tied together to fit him, but he does like thongs. Ha, ha, ha. No, I didn't. And a few of you have sent in sent in your ugly sweaters, and we appreciate them. Tom is going to call the mayor from Roswell to get directions to the airport. And Tom has to make sure the donut shop survived the storm.
Which one did he go to?
I have no idea. And nope, Tom will be sick for a week. To be fair, in Tom's defense, the airport has only been in the same place for like 25 years.
Yeah. Probably longer than 25 years.
And Tomala may ask for the full service pat down from the TSA.
It's the most attention I got since, well, it's the most attention I've ever got. Yeah. Looks like puberty blockers have been blocked for minors in major European countries. They said they are unacceptable safety risk. Thank you. Thank you, Europe, for waking up. Thank you.
Good.
So, looks like they're already banned in England and in Germany.
They should.
All right, we
be.
got a lot of. What's that?
They should be.
Yeah, they should be for minors, of course. Yes.
Well, that's the only one that needs a puberty blocker. So.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, no doubt. All right, we got to take a break. We'll keep you updated with everything going on. Good news of the day up next. News this morning being brought to you by A Custom Construction and Roofing. Roofing and insurance specialist, licensed and bonded, and an A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau for 30-plus years. They've been operational for 30 years, and for every year they've been open, they have the A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau. Call Dwayne Pennick this morning, 575-318-9725, reminding you be very aware and beware of those unlicensed contractors that come in. They that warranty they give you, yeah, as soon as they're gone, it's not even worth the paper it's written on. Yeah, call Dwayne Pennick, 575-318-9725. We're coming right back. We're Beyond the Breakfast Club. Good news of the day up next.
News, I'm Therese Crowley. President Biden's pardon pen with the biggest one-day act of presidential clemency, commuting the sentences of 1,500 people on home confinement who were let out of prison early during COVID. 39 more pardoned of nonviolent crimes. Incoming border czar Tom Homan meets New York Democrat Mayor Eric Adams today on Adams' invite to talk about how he would begin deporting criminal migrants. Briefings, but no answers to the drone incursions over New Jersey after the Pentagon shot down a New Jersey congressman's suggestion the drones may be coming from an Iranian ship. Residents' minds not eased about the nightly sightings.
It's kind of scary when you're driving down the road at night and you see these lights coming towards you in the sky. You don't know what it is.
And President-elect Donald Trump made the cover. He's the Time Person of the Year. America is listening to Fox News.
In need of a tow? Those don't have to be dirty words. At Lee County Roadside, they have been offering friendly and knowledgeable service for 20 years. From light to heavy duty, there's nothing they can't tow. And with 24-hour availability, there's no time they can't tow it. Don't make a bad day worse by choosing the wrong tow company. Lee County Roadside, the good guys to call in a bad situation. For 24-hour service, call 575-392-3223 or locate them at 7401 North Del Paso, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Like Lee County Roadside on Facebook and follow them on Instagram.
As a single mom, it means a lot to me to have a strong banking relationship. With the cost of living as it is, I have to make the most of every dollar I make.
Every member has different wants and needs. That's the basis of relationship-based personal service. A strong credit union is built on strong relationships. Estacado Federal Credit Union, where you are more than a number. You're a member. Federally insured by NCUA.
Deliver your letters to Santa at the Lee County Fairgrounds in Lovington during their 5th annual Christmas Spirit Drive-Thru event coming up December 13th and 14th. Come out each night from 6 to 8 p.m. to see Santa and Mrs. Claus, the Grinch, the Elves and Reindeer, Elsa, Anna, Olaf, and Kristoff, Polar Express fun, and lights, and more lights. Friday, December 13th and Saturday, December 14th in Lovington at the Lee County Fairgrounds from 6 to 8 p.m. The 5th annual Christmas Spirit Drive-Thru event.
Honey, what are you doing? It's 4 a.m.
Well, I'm making a big breakfast for you and the kids. We got to get going this morning. It's a long drive to Midland Airport.
I booked our flights out of our airport here in Hobbs. It's in town, not in Texas.
Well, you want some toast?
Is that strawberry?
Organic boysenberry.
I'm going back to bed.
Love you.
Flying in and out of Hobbs gives you more time and less stress. So when it's time to fly, you gotta fly Hobbs.
American Oil and Natural Gas provides a reliable energy solution, powers our economy, and ensures energy independence over foreign sources. As one of the country's leading producers, Coterra Energy has a responsibility to help meet these needs. They're growing their team and bringing on new team members who are passionate about energy and making a difference in the Permian Basin. New team members receive a sign-on bonus and have access to an incredible benefits package. To apply, text Coterra to 71441. That's COTERRA to 71441. Coterra Energy is an equal opportunity employer.
This holiday season, make your celebrations unforgettable at Cal's Cactus Lane Bowling, located at 1609 South Canal Street in Carlsbad. Whether it's a holiday party, birthday bash, corporate event, or just a night out with friends, we've got you covered with catering options, exciting bowling lanes, and plenty of fun for everyone. And don't miss Karaoke Fridays at Cal's Shane Western. Book your party today and let us help you create memories that'll last a lifetime. Call or visit us at Cal's Cactus Lane Bowling, 1609 South Canal Street in Carlsbad. Let's make this a holiday season you'll never forget.
It's time again for your holiday designated driver service, Tipsy Taxi. Tipsy Taxi is provided and operated by your Lee County government. It's their gift to you. And it runs 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. every Friday and Saturday night through New Year's Eve. They can pick you up at home and take you to your holiday celebration or any public establishment. Let Tipsy Taxi do the driving for you for free. No matter where you live in Lee County, they'll provide a free and safe ride home. For more information or a ride, call Tipsy Taxi 391-2982. That's 391-2982.
At Coffee Drilling LLC, they offer a wide range of drilling services from small domestic water to agricultural and monitor wells. In addition to mud and rotary drilling, Coffee Drilling offers services to pre-existing wells as well as troubleshooting of pumps and all control systems. Call Coffee Drilling today to schedule your routine maintenance or see about an upgrade to your water system. Call 505-270-1767. That's 505-270-1767. Coffee Drilling LLC, over 20 years experience and serving all of Hobbs, Lovington, and Eunice.
Please, the sun is coming up.
Did I miss it? Did I miss it?
Come on.
Turn it on now. It's showtime, baby.
Be in the Breakfast Club. Use only as directed.
Don't understand. I need it.
Call or text now 877-396-W105.
You may look calm on the outside, but on the inside, you've killed that coworker like 100 times.
We have no sense of humor, and we're armed.
8:16 after, make that 9:16, 16 after 9. 22-year-old man spent 3 days trapped in the bottom of the well because villagers who heard the cries from him thought it was a wailing ghost. Yeah, and wouldn't even, maybe they saw the new Ghostbusters.
Where is Lassie when you need her?
I'm telling you. By the way, this happened in Thailand, and they wouldn't come close. And even the female prostitutes that are really men were very scared and thought it was a ghost.
That's awful.
Well, I mean, yeah, of course.
I know. Truth hurts.
There are women. There are guys dressed up as women. Of course, it's awful. What are you talking about? Amazon, Thank My Driver feature is back, where when you get a delivery and Alexa can thank your driver. And you can actually tip the driver like $5 to $10.
Neat.
Okay.
Do you have a problem with that?
No.
Tipping somebody because they did their job?
You know, we have a rule for tipping. Patrick and I do. So if we go somewhere and all the person does is take our order and there's a tip jar, there's no way.
Nope.
All you did was stand there and do your job. Now, if you walked and provided service and got things that we asked for you and you had to lift something, you had to bring something, that's a completely different story. That's worthy of a tip. So I definitely believe drivers.
But as a driver or someone, it's like tipping your barber. Same kind of thing.
And you tip drivers. I always think of gas money for them. Always. Like, I think of what I saved in not having to go and pick up the pizza or pick up whatever.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, if it's a food delivery, but Amazon is already paying the driver, I don't know.
If it's an Amazon driver, then no.
I mean, I'd consider the weather. I'd consider the conditions, the holiday hours.
Well, and if it's for the holidays and it's a one-time thing, I can kind of see that, but not every day.
Maybe.
Right.
Yeah. New study finds that foods that you eat may prevent your body from fighting off colon cancer. So they say an overabundance of certain omega-6 fatty acids, perhaps through ultra-processed food, could prevent you from fighting off colon cancer. I wish Tom was here so I could ask him where the colon is located.
Oh, no.
But he's not. National average price for gas is $3.01 this week. Expected to duck below $3 by next week.
Well, all right.
So lowest prices we've had in 3 years, which is super cool.
Yeah.
Man admitted to a string of violent robberies in Albuquerque has been sentenced. The man admitted to committing a bunch of robberies earlier this year will spend a year behind bars. Yep. String of violent robberies. He gets a year behind bars.
Well, we can't be hard on criminals. Gosh, all they did was break the law.
Yeah, Daniel Chavez Montoya pled guilty to shoplifting, battery charges, and other charges, and has a long criminal past. But 1 year should turn him around, is what I'm thinking. Sure. I mean, he'll come out a new man, for sure. Definitely. And a Wisconsin kayaker accused of faking his own death and fleeing the country has been charged with obstruction. And you know, when I read stories like this, I go, okay, how bad was it at his house that he fakes his own death? He faked his own death and fled the country. They found him in Eastern Europe. Ron Botark turned himself in, and after he pled not guilty to a charge that was a misdemeanor charge, but he fled the country, faked his own death. Wow. I mean, it must have been really, really bad. I mean, it pushed him over the edge. If she yells at me one more time about fixing something, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I mean, because you have to plan faking your own death.
That's right. Yeah.
It happened like overnight. If she does it one more time, I'm doing it.
Oh,
and Chicago residents are slamming the stupidity of the mayor, Brendan Johnson, and his liberal policies. By the way, another city council meeting this week. More and more people are going to the city council meetings, which is great that people are starting to participate. But one person said, y'all straight violated the U.S. Constitution. And then y'all sit here and talk about Trump being unconstitutional.
Yeah, they're right.
And you know, most of the people that are complaining at these meetings about the policies, they're African-American folks. They're African-American folks.
Wow.
So Johnson will be the first person visited when it comes to Tom Homan and the deportation orders.
Sure.
That's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
Yeah. Very rare New Mexico flower has been listed again on the endangered species list.
Which one is it?
It is the swale paintbrush flower.
Never even heard of that.
Some people call it the glowing Indian paintbrush.
Okay, let me look it up.
But looks like it's in danger. So let's stop all agriculture and please no more drilling. Okay, this flower is very important to us.
Well, the flower is so important that we need the people of New Mexico to leave.
Yes, we got to make sure that this is good. Looks like Congress passed a bill yesterday aimed at cleaning up abandoned mines. The bill, which was written by Democrat Senator Martin Heinrich, will be heading to the president's desk that they can sign it into law. Congress passed a Good Samaritan Remediation of Abandonment Mines Act yesterday.
Right.
And looks like we have, what did they say, 30,000 abandoned hard rock mines in the United States.
That seems a little high, but it could be. But that counts every well in every possible mineral excavating thing.
Crazy. All right, 9:23. Good news on the way. We're beyond the Breakfast Club. Blake, do we have one more break or
just the one going to Tradio?
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Monica and Tex.
All right, good morning. Since you mentioned gas, when does the governor's gas tax start? The 20 and 30 cent
January, I think.
Tax raise.
Yeah, I think it's January.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first part of it, there are 3 parts.
Okay.
So you're going to get 3 gas price increases because the governor doesn't think you pay enough.
20, 20, and 10 is what I believe it is. 20 cents increase, 20 cents increase, and then a 10 cent increase.
Wow.
So if you wanted to build a gas station just across the state line in any direction, you would probably be doing pretty good.
Gas.
What would happen if you started off and offered to deliver gas? That would be against the law, right? Because you're not paying the tax.
The transport tax. There is some kind of fuel transport tax. I don't know what it is. And it might be worth it. It might not. Now, if you offered it as a service, like as a roadside service, and you offered it in the states in the area, you might be able to get away with that.
Gas here in Roswell is $2.31 a gallon. Gas was $2.17 in Lubbock yesterday. And in reference to the guy, I'm sure he did it just to feed his family. He was about to graduate elementary school and turn his life around. Oh, Lord, that's all that we have.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure he was ready to turn it around. Looks like another bad week for MSNBC and CNN. Man, Fox had about 493 million viewers. CNN only 367.
Wow.
Not good.
Wow.
Not good. And MSNBC only 459. You know, it's kind of amazing. I would never think this, that MSNBC had more viewers than CNN. I mean, if I was looking at that, I would go, no, come on.
Yeah, I wouldn't guess that either. But you got to remember, while CNN is unabashedly, to the left as well,
right?
NBC doesn't make any pretense about being neutral.
They're way far.
So all of those leftists know to go there for the marching orders.
Sure.
Yeah. What do you think about the drug cartels being in big trouble with Donald Trump coming into office in the second term? I'm going to be honest. I believe that the drug cartels would not be an easy opponent. Number one, they know the territory.
Right.
And number two, they're well trained. Number three, we're not messing with like Jose down the block.
No. No, but they do have people entrenched already here.
You guys hit on both of the things that I was going to say. They've got so many assistants here, or so much, connections. They have so many connections.
It's
well,
like
people you wouldn't even realize.
Correct. And you don't have just normal Jose cartel guys down the street anymore. You have people who are very smart. You have people who are tech savvy. You have so many different people with
lots of
beautiful
layers.
minds. Absolutely. That are
It's
doing
like
these horrible
it's like a Fortune 500 company.
things. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to prop them up, but the drug cartels. I mean, you look at distribution.
Yeah.
You look at sales. It's like a Fortune 500 company.
I mean, think about it. Who were they looking for to come and work in Mexico? The science kids or whoever they were trying to recruit?
They were looking for the top chemists to come in and make fentanyl or carafentanil and all the big time drugs. So,
and they're not only involved in drugs. Like I know that there's a crypto mining thing,
trafficking. They're also into credit card fraud. They're in
and legit stuff. Crypto credit mining. You know, Bitcoin mining, that kind of stuff.
So I think taking down the drug cartel is going to be a tough task.
Yeah.
Number one, you'd have to get permission from the Mexican government, and I truly believe the cartels run the Mexican government. So that's never going to happen.
Right.
So my expectations about us taking down the drug cartels are not I'm not confident at this point. All right, let's get to the good news of the day, being brought to you by Farmers Insurance agent Herschel Rustin Hayes, Avenue D in Lovington. It's right across the street from Bob's Thriftway. Give them a call, 575-396-0513. Looking for an agent that cares about you, agent that's going to give you the best deals, bundle your insurance together to save you a lot of money. Rustin Hayes, 575-396-0513, or right across the street from Bob's Thriftway in Lovington. Proud sponsor of the good news of the day.
So if you get pulled over in Connecticut this month, I don't know why you're there, but if you do, you might end up getting a gift card instead of a ticket. Cops in 6 Connecticut towns are surprising people who get pulled over for minor infractions. They said Santa might even show up. And there's some videos of them out there doing it. And a woman in the UK needs back surgery that'll cost about $32,000. So her friends got together to help her make a nude calendar and raise money for it. And they're all naked in it, but strategically covered up. Last we checked, they'd almost sold enough to pay for the operation. I haven't looked it up yet, but I'll have to go do that. There's a video going viral of 2 twins finding out if they're identical or fraternal. They went 28 years without knowing, and they were pretty emotional when they got the answer. And the bad thing is my news summary on this story doesn't tell me the answer. So I can't even tell you if they are they fraternal or identical.
Oh.
So you will have to go find the video of them finding out.
That's neat.
And Kevin, that is the good news of the day.
Good news being brought to you by Herschel Rustin Hayes. We got to take a break. Tradio when we return. News this morning being brought to you by Rocha Air Conditioning and Heating, your next choice for your big HVAC job. You know, this time of the year, it's going to be close to 70 on Sunday. Never can tell if you're going to need that air conditioner or the heater. If one of them is malfunctioning, just pick up the phone and call Enrique Rocha. 575-631-1999. Call him today. We'll see you tomorrow for the Thursday edition or the Friday edition of Being the Breakfast Club. I'm going to take some medicine and see if I can knock out these allergies or whatever the heck it is. I'm out. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.
MTD Radio News brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington. Get the job done right.